All right, hello everyone, and peace of Christ to all of you. I hope my voice is coming good and clear. Let me know, please, if you have any problem from your side. I'm adjusting my microphone here. uh, Today, our topic is same as yesterday, same as the day before, same as the day before, same as the day before, but every day is a new topic because still, even if it's the same topic, still there's more things to learn. Who is Allah? My Skype is open, and today I decide to have an open challenge to any Muslim to call me. And the challenge is very simple. Who is Allah? Any Muslim knows? You see, one of the funny things about Islam that they give you speeches about Allah. You ask a Muslim who's Allah, he said to you, he's the creator. I'm not asking you what he do. Who is he? He is the one who created you. First of all, there's no proof of that. Secondly, this is not the question. Who is Allah? Not a single Muslim can give you an answer. Muhammad himself never spoke to him, never heard him, never see him, never see him. How you know this guy is exist? Who is Allah? If you want to convert someone to your religion, regardless if it's a cult or a true belief, shouldn't you at least tell him who is the God you are worshiping? Who is this guy? His name is Allah. What the name Allah mean? You don't know. If you search all the articles Muslims they come with about Allah, you will not find one of them come with any proof of what Allah is about. Actually, I debated many Muslims, and many of them they said to me, nobody knows who's Allah, including high scholars. Dr. Rohi, the Imam from Al-Azhar, he said he do not know who's Allah. Imam Malik Sar from Tennessee, he do not know who's Allah. Dr. Nabil Bayikli, the head of the Islamic Center of Tennessee, he do not know. All of them, they do not know who's Allah. And they say that to me clearly. If you go with my debate in Dr. Nabil Bayikli, you will see, I think in the video is cut like 2 pieces, 10 minutes each, you know. I think it's number 9 or 10, something like this. He said, first of all, no one knows who is Allah. No one knows who is Allah. Are you sure? So what are you worshiping? All this propaganda and spending money, and you want to convert people to Islam, and Islam is the solution, and Islam is best, but nobody knows who is Allah. That is the most funny, stupid thing ever you can hear. Let me see if I can find you the part where he says that nobody knows who is Allah. I will try. Hold on.
When he says talks about days, what's the question?
What the question?
Yeah.
Well, somebody forgot the question, huh? Okay. The question is, somebody asked you, said, how many days Allah took him to create the earth?
Yeah,
how many days Allah? Yeah. Take the mic, please.
Yeah, I need to find. I need to find. Maybe you guys, some of you, I will give you the video where the list of the debate, and some of you, maybe if somebody can volunteer to find me number 7. Number 7. Is it number 7? Okay, let me see. I will go to number 7 then. Number 7.
This is where that yellow texture is from.
Let's see.
And I want you all to human blood flowing through the veins. Talking about is not testicle, but seminal fluid.
Oh, hold on. Somebody told me that Dr. Rohi is online. He can call me in But did he say he wanna call me? All right. Well, let me open Paltalk then. Hold on, give me a second. Well, maybe Dr. Rohi, he can answer us. Who is Allah? And you will see how the answer will be. Perfect. So give me a second. Let me log in Paltalk. And try to contact him. Oh, that's not what we want. You know what? We did not post even in Facebook that we are on air. Let me post. Hey guys, please share with everybody that we are on air, because there is many people do not know yet that we are here. Let's see. And I will log in Paltalk in the same time. All right. And now we go to Paltalk. There's a guy, he's saying in text in Arabic, Philistine is going to be free one day. That's a good one, Hassan. How are you doing, Hassan? You watch too much fiction movies, my friend. What about praying that Allah will make Mecca Hurrah one day? Even your Mecca is protected by the American. Did you see they ask Trump to punish the Saudi government and not to give them weapon to protect themselves? Don't you see that Trump, he says if not us, Iran will eat you alive in 2 days, actually in 10 minutes. This is what he said. Anyway, this is not my topic. I don't really, but you can keep praying, my friend. Obviously your God Allah is listening. As long you are praying to Allah, things will come true. All right. Let us see if Dr. Rohi is online. I don't see him online. The one who said that Dr. Rohi is online, well, he is not. Oh, here you go. I found him, but maybe he is not. Let us see. Aye. Okay, let us see. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Assalamu alaikum, Dr. Rohi.
Alaikum salam, Christian Prince. Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, very good, very good. I'm glad that you are online, and somebody told me that you want to call me. Actually, we are live on air, and we have a topic which is, who is Allah? Can you please, like you are a person who have a PhD, and by the way, and the other day some Muslims, they keep saying, how this guy he have a PhD? I mean, some Muslim, they are saying you don't have a PhD. What do you think of that?
What's it, Allah?
Some
You
Muslims,
ask about Allah and
yeah, who is Allah? The topic is, who's Allah?
yes.
Who's Allah?
Just a minute, please.
All
Just
right.
a minute.
So guys, please invite your friends. We have Dr. Rohi with us live on air, as you see. And Dr. Rohi, he is a person who have a PhD from Al Azhar University, which is the highest Islamic school, which supposedly he have a lot better education than mine. You know, for me, I have a bachelor degree only in Islamic law. Dr. Rohi have a PhD, and you can tell there's a big difference, right? So we expect a high knowledge from high educated person. All right, Dr. Rohi, are you there?
Okay, yes. I am tired tonight, but my friend told me to debate with you, so I will debate because you are a respect person, and I like to debate with you, my friend.
Thank you, Dr. Rohi. You're welcome, and I'm happy to have you with us today. And anytime you feel that you are tired, you need to go, please just say so, and you will be your way to bed. I understand. So who is Allah?
Thank you.
So who is Allah, Dr. Rohi? People are listening.
Is my voice clear now?
Yes, your voice is good. Your voice is good.
Yes, thank you.
Hmm.
Name of Allah took from Ali Hashay. Ali Hashay, it means he worshipped him. Then this name was given to God only. Look, the most great king didn't dare to be called himself Allah. This
Say
name,
again. So what? The Greek king?
I said the most great king didn't dare to be called himself Allah. Name of Allah took from Ali Hashay. It means he worshipped him.
And where you get this from? I mean, Ali Hashay, which worship something. So you are saying that Allah is not a name. Allah is just a word mean worship something.
No. This name was known to Arab before Islam, but we don't know the first person who said this name. But we can saying that name of Allah is Arabic translation to four Hebrews word Elohim, which it means God, and the word Elohim took from verb Allah, or Ilya in Hebrew.
So okay, so the original of the word Allah, is it Arabic or Hebrew?
It is from Arabic, it is in Hebrew.
So, but you are saying nobody knows who is the first one who used that name, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And how, as long you do not know who is the first one who used this name, how you know that was an Arab? If you do not know him, if you do not know the history, you do not know the date, you do not know the person, how you know that the first one who used it is an Arab?
It is in the dictionary of all dictionary in Arabic.
There's no dictionary. All the dictionary are guessing about what Allah, because simply there's no definition. Nobody can, like you. Like now, if this is what the dictionary said, here we go, we refute the dictionary, because in order to tell me I am a dictionary and I'm going to teach you about a language, you have to tell me where you get this from, the roots of it. And then what you say to me, that there's a guy, he is the first one who used that word Allah, and we do not know who is he. So how dictionary can come to a conclusion like this? A dictionary is made by a man like you and me.
Yes, dictionary Arabic it is reach for the root of the word. Ali Hashay.
No, my friend, this is false. The word ilah have nothing to do with Ali Hashay. The word ilah, first of all, is not even an Arabic word. It is coming from the word al or el. In the ancient Aramaic, they used to use one the same as the Hebrew. When they speak about God, they add al in the beginning of the word or at the end of the word. In the new Hebrew, they changed the al from al to el. So now they say Elohim. So El is a word meaning God. It's not a name of a God, but you as a Muslim, you consider Allah as a name, not as a word meaning God, not worshiping something. And you just said to me that the origin of this thing, that somebody he said he worshipped something, and this is Ali Hashay, which means Allah. So Allah is worshipping something. So you Muslims, you worship something, but you do not know what is that thing, because the second you say something, it means it's unknown.
Yes. الله يعني اسم الجلالة هو أنا كما قلت اشتق from أله الشيء يعني عبده ثم يعني then أطلق هذا على الخالق, then it means he worship him.
My friend, you said you keep repeating the same thing, saying Ali Hashay worship something. So your God Allah is something. How you worship something which is unknown? Because something is mean, it's something, it's unknown, it's something. You see, when I say I know what I'm talking about, like even in Arabic, in same in English, You know, in English they put the word the before the name, and that will make it known. In Arabic we add the two letters al, right, and that will make it known, al-ta'rif. So here you are saying to me that Ali Hashay is worshiping something, and you as a Muslim worshiping something, but you do not know what is that something. And this is the question. We go back to zero. What is that something you worship? Who is Allah?
Uh, I said I don't know who the first person who called this name Allah, but it is this is a proof that this name is the true name for Allah. Why? Because now look at Lord or God in English or خداوند in باريس in يعني في الفارسي أو ألاهيم بالعبرية أو ديو in French أو ديفينيتا
My friend, my
مثلا
friend, Elohim is not a
أو
name.
دوس.
Elohim is not a name of God. Elohim is a word meaning gods, actually, not God. So our God's name is not Elohim. This is not a name. So I'm asking you now, you Muslim, you consider Allah as a name, not just a word meaning God. And now you are telling me that Allah is coming from saying worshiping something. And I repeat myself again, and I know when I'm going to get the answer. That thing you say, you call it something. Allah is something. How in the world we worship something, and which means we do not know who is Allah. You do not know. And all this circle now, you are trying to give me definition about Allah, but you do not know who is the one who named it and why he named it and what it says about, and how you know that is what he meant. There's no proof. Secondly, Allah is not one word. It is Al and Lah. Al is a word meaning God in the old Aramaic and the ancient Hebrew. Al Lah, this is God. Lah. So your God name, the true name of your God is Lah, not Allah. This is why if you go to the Quran, chapter 1, verse number 1, and chapter 1, verse number 2, it says, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Alhamdulillahi Rabbul Alamin. What happened to Allah? It says became Lillah. Lillah. So what is the name of your God? Is La. So now your God now is clear, and this Quran, don't tell me Quran is wrong. Quran, you cannot take letters out of the name, because names, they are names. We cannot change them. We cannot take letters from them. The second we take letters, it means those letters are addition. This is why in the chapter 1, verse number 2, when it says Alhamdulillah, the al is taken off. Li in Arabic, and you know very well, mean two. So alhamdu, thanks, li lah. That mean your God name is lah. Now you gave me a definition, nobody heard of it, and have nothing to do with the truth. And I'm asking you again and again, who is lah?
Look, my friend, you have mystic. You why? And this is not al-ta'rif in Allah, but it is just the letter يعني similar with al-ta'rif, such as as in word English, such as جمع، يعني يكون جمع لكنها ليست الجمع. يعني هنا تتشابه التعريف مع الله، لكنها ليست التعريف. هنا الله لا تبدأ بالتعريف، يعني هنا لا تبدأ
Thank you.
الألف واللام.
So why we take it off? Why we take it off? Thank you. This is what I'm saying. Actually, I am not saying it is a tarif. I am saying that al is a word in the ancient Aramaic and the ancient Hebrew mean God. God. Al is not al-tarif. It's not equal to the in English. So al
Yes.
is a word mean God. Thank you very much. So al lah, God lah. So your God name is lah, and the al before it mean God. So now God lah. Who is the one who named it lah? You said you do not know. If anyone go right now and search in any website, he will find that in 2 minutes in Google that lah is the name of the moon god.
No. Why the lah is the moon god?
Yes, hey, this
Why?
is the truth. You can search right now, Dr. Rohi. You have a PhD.
Can you prove this in the lah is the moon god?
Yeah, sure. It is very easy. Here we go. Will take me 2 seconds. Here we go. Here we go.
My friend, even if there
hold on, hold on. You
yes,
see,
yes,
people, they have a the Christian, they say there's many names, use, but there's words is equal to God. So there's Yah, there's Yah, and there's Yah, and there's Al, which means God, and there's Allah, and there is etc. All of them is equal to one thing. Either you mean God when you say Al, or you mean the name of the moon god. Here we go. I just, it took me 2 seconds. La, La is what? La is the moon god, the lunar god. As simple as that. Anyone can go and make a search in 2 seconds, and he will see the answer. It's not like something mysterious. Google there, full of websites. You can search right now. Search for the moon god. What is the moon god? You will see the name of the moon god is La. It's not a secret. So now look, Dr. Rohi. We have a clear proof that La means the moon god, and we prove from chapter 1 verse number 2 that this is the name of your god, Li La. Okay, now still this will not give me even who is your god, because even this is not my question. Let us say, for the sake of argument, it happened that the name of the god of the Muslims is so the same as the moon god, but it is not. Okay, we will let it go. But who is this god? Still we do not know. Or what you are saying to me, that we as Muslims we worship a god, his name is La, and this is the same name of the moon god, and all religion is based on the moon. We fast by the moon, we break fasting by the moon, we celebrate by the moon, everything in Islam based on the moon. Yet they are not people who worship the moon god. You will say to me the Quran says don't worship the moon. Yes, we are not talking about worshiping the moon. The moon god is not the moon. There's a God who is the God of the moon. If you remember, Dr. Rohi, do you remember the story where your prophet, he said to his cousin, he said, I don't believe in the Lord of An-Najm. Kafartu bi Rabbi An-Najm, in the chapter of An-Najm.
Who said that?
The cousin of Muhammad, the one who was married to his daughter. He said to him, Kafartu bi Rabbi An-Najm. Do you remember
what's the relation?
Okay, who is the Lord of the Najm? Who is the God of the star?
Look, my friend, I answer you about the God, the moon god. Even if there is a worship of the moon in the Arabia, what's the matter of Islam in this worship?
I'm coming with my proofs, my friend. I'm coming with my proofs. I'm asking you. This is why I'm asking about this. What the cousin of Muhammad? What Muhammad he said to his cousin when he said, I refuse to worship the moon, the God of the stars. Why Muhammad is asking him to worship the God of the stars in the chapter of An-Najm?
What's the relationship with the cousin of Muhammad in the Islam?
The cousin of Muhammad is not the topic. The cousin of Muhammad, I'm just mentioning to you a topic, like a story in the Quran. I'm not talking about this is what is mentioned in the interpretation for the Quran.
Cousin of Muhammad is disbeliever. He worshipped two idols.
No problem. But why Muhammad is asking him to worship the God of the star?
Look, my friend, Islam is a clear religion calling for the worship of one God.
He is the God of the star. He is the God of the star.
Yes. Okay. Listen to me, please. The Holy Quran said in chapter 41:37, don't prostrate to the sun or to the moon, but prostrate to Allah who created them.
See, I am the one who told you that. I am the one who told you the Quran says don't prostrate to the moon, but we don't. But worshiping, Dr. Rohi, worshiping the God of the moon is not worshiping the moon. You are not answering. A person who worship the God of the moon, he don't worship the moon. So don't prostrate to the moon, prostrate to the God of the moon.
Yes, the God of the moon.
Who is the God of the moon? Who is the moon? Who is the God of the moon? Allah.
The God of the all worlds who created the worlds.
No. Okay, the Quran says Okay, can you go with me to the chapter of An-Najm, verse number 1?
Yes,
والنجم
let
إذا
me.
هوى والنجم إذا هوى ما ضل صاحبكم وما غوى. The cousin of
Let
Muhammad, he
me
said to
open
him,
the.
the cousin of Muhammad said to him, قال عتبة ابن أبي لهب كفرت برب النجم. Utbah, the son of Abi Lahab, he said, I am a kafir in the Lord of the Star. The Prophet of Allah, he said to him, aren't you afraid that the dog of Allah will eat you? أما
Yes.
تخاف أن يأكلك كلب الله. Okay, why Muhammad saying that the Lord of the Star, he have a dog and he will eat you if you don't believe in him?
I don't know what is the happen in the cousin of Muhammad and the
But
son
it doesn't
cousin of
matter what
Muhammad.
happened, my friend. But it doesn't matter. Your prophet is taking old legend that there's the God of the moon, the God of the stars. He have dogs, and if anyone who don't worship him, they will send his dog to eat him. As you see, this is your prophet talking. This is not me. This is not you. قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم أما تخاف أن يأكلك كلب الله. قال فخرج في تجارة إلى اليمن فبينما هم قد عرسوا إذ سمعوا etc. The story. So your prophet confirming again that he worshipped the moon god and the god of the stars, and he is forcing people, scaring people to worship that god. I mean, God is not the god of a star, is the god of the whole world. So why Muhammad is upset from the guy who said to him كفرت برب النجم?
Let me set this hadith and insert this hadith,
All
please.
right.
كفرت برب النجم. Please. in chapter النجم كفرت برب النجم عن عتبة في والد أنه عن عتبة ابن أبي لهب حين قال إني كفرت برب النجم إذا هوى فقال النبي اللهم سلط عليه كلبك فأخذه الأسد في طريق الشام. I don't know what is the problem with this.
The problem, your prophet is
عتبة.
teaching the same as those who worship gods, who they are gods of the stars. They have dogs, they have animals, and if you don't worship them, they will send their animals to eat you. So it's not a coincidence that it happened that your god, his name is Lah, which is the moon god. Your god have a dog. I mean, why God have a dog? Can you tell me, Dr. Rohi? Was your prophet exaggerating and lying about God having a dog, or he mean it?
رب النجم هو الله رب الأكوان رب العالمين يعني it is the رب العالمين Lord of the world, Lord of the universe,
Okay, I
Lord
mean,
of
this is not the
all
question.
beings.
Dr. Rohi, wake up, wake up with me. Listen, Allah is your God. His name is Lah. You said he is not the moon god. No problem. Why, if a person he says, I am a kafir in the Lord of the Star, Muhammad, he get upset and he says to him, aren't you afraid that Allah will send you his dog to eat you? What that have to do with any true belief and any true prophet? Do you really believe that if I don't believe in Allah, Allah will send his dog to eat me? And why he is not sending his dogs to eat me? And why he have a dog? Is that because he is the moon god and the moon god have a dog?
No, not a moon god.
So who is this god who have a dog? Explain to us, who is this god who have a dog? I thought dogs in Islam are dirty, they are najis.
No. Dog is meaning of the lion, not mean dog.
So your prophet, he said dog, he mean lion? I mean, how come? Come on, Dr. Rohi. When I say dog, I mean dog. The dog is a dog. He can say, Muhammad did not say, aren't you afraid the lion will eat you? He did not say that. He said, aren't you afraid the dog of Allah will eat you? And let us go with you. Why Allah have a lion? Allah will send his lion to eat me?
Yes, all the creation it is belong to Allah.
No
Lion,
problem, no
dogs,
problem.
all
But how Muhammad he knew that Allah have a dog in heaven? Where did he get this
look
information from?
in this look I read from the tafsir.
Hmm.
what's it قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم اللهم سلط عليه كلبك فأخذه الأسد في طريق الشام. كل التفسير كده. فأخذه الأسد
Hmm.
في طريق الشام.
Okay.
The lion took him in the way of
So
the
your
Sham.
prophet he prayed for Allah dog to eat him. He prayed to Allah to send his dog to eat him, but a lion he ate him. That's mean your prophet prayer did not work. Look what he said.
Yes.
You are the one who said that. You said your prophet he said he prayed to Allah to send his dog to eat him. Question, first of all, how Muhammad he knew that Allah have a dog? How he knew that he, Allah, is a God who have dogs and he can send them to eat people? And secondly, the guy was not eaten by a dog, he was eaten by a lion, according to the story. So the prayer of your prophet did not work, because he did not say Allah sent him a lion to eat him. He said send him a dog to eat him.
All creation belongs to Allah.
My friend,
beings.
okay. You see, Rohi, you are not listening. Okay, let us go back to zero. Who is Allah? Don't give me name now. Forget about the name. Obviously, the name you just admitted that Allah is a word means something, worship means something. So the name will lead us to nothing. And you said the first one who used that name, nobody knows who is he. Thank you very much. Now, who is Allah?
Allah is Lord of the worlds.
But this is not an answer. Anyone, all those who have religion, they believe their God is the Lord of the world. Who is Allah? Do you know who is Allah? You do not know. So you are making us giving us a definition that he is the Lord of the world, but there's no proof that he is. And do you know that how you know he is the Lord of the world?
Because he said, I am the Lord of the world.
How you know he said? How you know he said? Muhammad, he never.
In the first chapter in Quran, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen.
Well, thank you very much. The first chapter in the Quran proved that Allah cannot be Lord, because how Allah he say thanks to Allah?
Yes, one of the greatest attribute of the Quran than other books that he focus on Rabbul Alameen, Lord of the all beings.
Dr. Rohi, if you are talking, you are making a speech. Let us say I invited you to our church, and you say, starting introducing yourself, you say, first of all, I want to thank Dr. Rohi for coming. But you are Dr. Rohi. So how Allah he says in the name of Allah, the most gracious, most merciful, when he is Allah, in the name of Allah? You see, I say in the name of the president or the king or the name of God, for I am not God. This is why I say in the name of the God. But Allah himself, he say in the name of Allah. Obviously he is not the one is talking here. He cannot be Allah. This is the author of the Quran fabricating stories, speaking as he is, speaking in the name of God, but he forgot to switch the personality. So in the name of Allah, the most gracious, praise be to Allah. Allah saying praise be to Allah. And then he says Allah most gracious, most merciful. He just said that already here. Why he's repeating himself? And then he says show us the straight way. Allah is saying show us the straight way. How Allah he say that? This is obviously a prayer made by Muhammad, put it in the Quran, and you Muslims took it and you claim that this is coming from Allah. But until now you do not tell me who is Allah. All what you are saying to me, he is the Lord of the world, but nobody knows who's this guy. Did your prophet spoke to Allah? Did he speak to Allah? No. Did he see Allah? No. Have you ever heard his voice? No. So where this is all coming from? There's no proof. The man who gave you the message, he never heard Allah, he never saw Allah, he never witnessed to Allah. So how we will know that there is a God, his name is Allah? And when I asked you what Allah is, you said to me there's an Arab guy exists long time before, and he said worship something, and that is Allah. This is what Allah is for you. Worship something. Thank you. So you Muslim worship something. Nice to meet you. So who is Allah? Nothing. You all what we get from you, Dr. Rohi, with my respect to you, that you Muslim do not know who is Allah.
No. Allah is sent a book to us, and He proved that He is
How he
sent
prove?
the book.
How he prove? How he prove? By saying
Proved that He said,
man have a sperm coming from the backbone. Is that a proof? By saying that sperm coming from the ribs of the women. Have you ever heard of a woman have a sperm and the sperm coming from her ribs?
yes, it is.
What do you mean yes? What yes? Women have a sperm.
Yes.
Where do you get it from? Where do you get from that women they have a sperm and their sperm is coming from their ribs?
Look, now Allah said, فلينظر الإنسان مما خلق من ماء دافق يخرج من بين الصلب والترائب إنه على رجعه لقادر يوم تبلى السرائر فما له من قوة ولا ناصر.
Right.
What's this mean? Okay. So I translate this this verse. The slave man observed
Hello?
ejected, emerging from between the backbone and the ribs.
Right.
Indeed, Allah is to return him to life is able. The day when secrets will be put on trial, then man will have no power or any helper. This is now look at this verse. You are said that the semen coming from backbone and the ribs, but coming from testes. So it is a mistake. It is a mistake. The verse not talking about the semen, but talking about the human, because the speech from the first was about the beginning of the human creation, the end of this world, then return the man
you
to
are reading
life
the
once
interpretation
again.
of who, Dr. Rohi? When we speak about something, please give me a reference. All the reference speak that the gushing fluid is the sperm of the man and the sperm of the women. Do you agree or no? All the interpretation says that.
No.
Okay, give me interpretation you are reading.
يعود ضمير يخرج من بين الصلب والترائب إلى الإنسان ولا يعود إلى الماء الدافق.
Okay, who is the one agree with you, my friend? Who is the interpretation you are reading for me from? Is that Ibn Kathir? Is that Al-Qurtubi? Is that Al-Jalalain? I have them all in front of me and they are saying the opposite from what you are saying. The ma'un dafiq, it's a gushing fluid, and we can explain it from the hadith. Do you want me to show you that your prophet he explained that verse?
Yes, so the verb أنا قلت the verb coming from ascribe to the man and don't ascribe to the semen. Why? So what is the meaning of coming from between the backbone and the ribs? The meaning of the first in Holy Quran يخرج من بين الصلب والترائب, emerging from between the backbone and the ribs, is long immigration beginning
my friend,
when
let us make it short. Let us make it short. Give me one interpretation agree with you.
Ibn Abbas said that.
Okay, Ibn Abbas, here we go. Let us go to Ibn Abbas, my friend. Let us go to Ibn Abbas. Here we go. It's in front of us, no problem. It issued between the lions of the man and the ribs of the women. What is that? Let us go to verse number 6. Ibn Abbas is in front of me. Allah then explained, saying he is created from gushing fluid into the womb of the women. Here we go. This is Ibn Abbas, your choice. So it's a gushing fluid go inside the womb of the women. What is the gushing fluid coming from the man going inside the womb of the women? You said something to me different from what it says in front of me. You said totally different story. You said it's not about sperm, and obviously it's about sperm. It's about a gushing fluid. It's not just a normal fluid, it's a gushing fluid, and obviously this is when a man have orgasm. So it's a gushing fluid go into the womb of the women, and then in verse number 7 confirm that women have a fluid too, and that fluid is coming from her ribs. So this is Ibn Abbas, your choice, proving you wrong. What you say?
Now I open the tafsir.
The tafsir in front of me in the screen. People, they can read it in English too. And this is the official government website of the Kingdom of Jordan.
هنا يقول في تفسير النكت والعيون: يخرج من بين الصلب والترائب. فيه قولان، أحدهما من بين الصلب والترائب، من بين صلب الرجل وترائبه، من بين صلب الرجل وترائبه. قاله الحسن وقتادة. هذا هو القول
Translate,
الأول.
please translate so people they can understand.
Okay.
So there's a gushing fluid, correct me if I'm wrong, according to what you said, gushing fluid coming from between the backbone of the man and the ribs of the man, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
What is the gushing fluid come from between the backbone and the ribs of the man? What kind of God he says that the sperm of the man is coming from the backbone, between the backbone and the ribs of the man, according to you? This is what you said. This is the opinion of Qutada. Okay, we went with the opinion of Qutada, but this is horrible. What kind of God he says such a thing? What the sperm of the man have to do with the ribs of the man?
Look, I said the semen not coming from backbone and the ribs, but coming from testis. Okay.
Where it says that? Where it says that? The Quran says the opposite, my friend. It says يخرج من بين الصلب والترائب. Let us analyze the words. What is a solb? Is the backbone, correct? A solb is the backbone.
Yes, الصلب هو الظهر أو backbone.
All right. So a solb. Let us get conclusion now. A solb here is the backbone. الترائب is the ribs of the women. Is that correct?
Now I said to in Arabic, then I translate the verse, okay, the chapter.
Okay.
الحديث في الآيات السابقة عن بدء خلق الإنسان ثم إرجاعه حيا، الضمير له عندما قال فما له من قوة ولا ناصر، لا يستقيم إذا أرجعناه إلى الماء الدافق، إنما إلى الإنسان. كلمة على رجعه، إنه على رجعه لقادر، تعود إلى الإنسان. الإرجاع يعني يعود الإنسان إلى حيا للحساب، لأن الله يقول يوم تبلى السرائر فما له من قوة ولا نصر. إذن الآيات فلينظر الإنسان مما خلق من ماء دافق يخرج من بين الصلب والترائب، لا تعود على المني، لأنه قال بعدها إنه على رجعه لقادر.
You are not giving me proof. I ask you, where is the proof? You said Ibn Abbas. Ibn Abbas say the opposite. Give me a proof. Until now, what you are saying to me, you are just going around in a circle. You are saying nothing to me. And let me show you what your prophet said. Your prophet said that the women have a gushing fluid too. When a woman, her name Salim, she came to Muhammad and said to him that she saw a wet dream. She was horny at night and she have orgasm, and she came to the prophet and she said to him, should I wash? I saw a wet dream. The wife of Muhammad, Salama, Zainab, she said to Muhammad, do women have sorry Salama, she said, do women have sperm, the discharge? He said yes, otherwise how the baby resemble the mother? So your prophet claim that women, they have a sexual fluid, and because of that the baby resembled the mother. So you are saying to me you have God, and the God he proved himself in the Quran, and Muhammad is the proof, and whatever Muhammad he say is it true. And here we go, Muhammad he claimed that there is a sexual fluid coming out of the women, and this is the discharge of the women, and because of this discharge the baby resembled the mother. Is that accurate, my friend? Do you want to read
now,
do you want to read for you the hadith in Arabic so you can get it better? قالت يا رسول الله إن الله لا يستحي من الحق هل على المرأة غسل إذا احتلمت؟ قال نعم إذا رأت الماء فضحكت أم سلمة فقالت أتحترم المرأة؟ فقال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم فبما شبه الولد. So your prophet confirmed what is written in the Quran, that women, they have sexual fluid, it is gushing out, discharge, and even Muhammad in different hadith he described it as yellow and thin, and the water of the man as thick and white. So why are you going around in a circle saying the Quran doesn't say that, when your prophet he confirmed that? Are you saying your prophet getting the information wrong and he's wrong?
I don't know if this hadith is correct or
My
not.
friend, this is Sahih Bukhari and this is Sahih hadith. Dr. Rohi,
yes, but
Dr. Rohi, be careful. You are a person who have a PhD. Last time you said to me this hadith is weak. You went 2 weeks after you came back and you said to me it was correct. Correct? You remember? And you know, I will not say to you it is correct unless it's correct. And you know that. I am speaking to someone educated, he have a PhD in Islam, and not to a kid in the street. So this is Sahih Bukhari, hadith number 6091, and I can give you tons of hadith the same, and all of them are correct. So now, was Muhammad wrong?
No, not wrong. What?
Okay.
But I said, what's the real meaning of this hadith? Not
the meaning is so clear. The meaning is so clear. Muhammad is saying why women, how the baby resemble the mother, because simply the women, she have orgasm, and that is the water coming out of her vagina, as simple as that. So do we need really like a scholar to give interpretation for this? Anyway, we can go to the scholars. We can go right now to any scholars in any, you know, Ibn Kathir. We can go to Al-Qurtubi, Al-Tabari, Al-Jalalain, whatever you want. All of them agree that this is the case.
In the ancient time, there is no science and no how the baby come. It is
so
as
Muhammad,
we see.
So you are saying Muhammad because he was ignorant? He do not know?
No. Look, now when I said, now when the Bible said, now look at the stage of fetal creation in the Bible in Job. Hast thou not poured me out as milk and curdled me like cheese? Thou last clothest me with the skin and the flesh, and hast fancied me with
your prophet he copied that,
skin.
and your prophet he copied that, he put it in the Quran, but because he is copying, he is not the original author. He make it messed up, and this has have nothing to do with our topic. Here you will see that your prophet he is speaking about women have gushing fluid. The interpretation in front of me, it says it clearly that women have gushing fluid. Okay, let me ask you, when Muhammad he said here that this women, she have a sexual discharge, and he said this is why the baby resembled the mother. Muhammad is saying that based on what?
Please listen to me. Now, as the verse in Bible, ألم تصبني كاللبن وخثرتني كالجبن كسوتني جلدا ولحما فنسجتني بعظام.
My friend, what does have to do with the ribs of the women and the backbone of the man? Does it say there that God he made us from backbone?
Please, my friend, listen to me.
You are taking me out of the topic. We can talk about this after we finish. There is a mistake in that verse. Why you are mentioning that verse to me? There's no mistake there. We are talking about something different, Dr. Rohi. I want an answer. Why in the world your God and your prophet both they think women they have gushing fluid, and that fluid make the baby look like them, and that gushing fluid is coming from the ribs? I have all the interpretation in front of me. All of them they consist, and they say that the ribs of the women at Tara'ib is the ribs of the women.
The first chapter of Quran in Surah At-Tariq is clear that he ماذا يقول فلينظر الإنسان مما خلق من ماء دافق يخرج من بين الصلب والترائب نات ماء دافق إنه على رجعه لقادر يوم تبلى السرائر إنه الإنسان. So I translate, let man observe from what he was created. He was created from a fluid ejected, emerging from between the backbone and the ribs. Indeed, Allah is to return him to life is able.
So
the day when secrets will be
okay.
put on
So
to
you just said that your God, he said, you repeat the same thing, that you are created from ejected fluid, ejected from where to where, Mr. Roy?
ejected from where?
Yeah, from where to where? Ejected, because ejected mean it's a Gaussian fluid. It's a fluid is motion is in a motion. It's moving non-stop. So it's a Gaussian fluid, which means it's moving fast from point A to point B. Where this Gaussian fluid moving from where to where?
The first is talking about man, not talking about cement. The first not talking about the cement, talking about the human, because the
Who agree
speech
with you?
from the
Who agree
first
with you?
was
No, no, no,
about
my friend. That it's the human. Yes, it's about the human, but the human is created from Gaussian fluid, ejected. You are the one who said that a second ago. Look at the man. Why the man don't look how he was created? He was created from Gaussian fluid. From what? Gaussian fluid ejected. Okay. What is the Gaussian fluid ejected, which is the man created with? Tell me. I'm listening.
Uh, I know, I see. Look at the verse carefully. Look at the verse carefully. It is talking about the human, not talking about the fluid,
My friend, for sure, it's
the
talking
cement.
about the human. The human, how he was created from Gaussian fluid. What is the Gaussian fluid? Explain to us. What is the Gaussian fluid?
يخرج.
No, no. What is the
Look,
Gaussian fluid? Before,
يخرج.
don't go to. Let us take it one by one, because obviously, it doesn't matter how high the person I'm speaking to with education. Still, I have to do the same procedure always. We have to move step by step, slowly. What is the Gaussian fluid we are talking about? It's fluid and it's Gaussian. What is that Gaussian fluid?
Okay, look, I will make a start now and return. Please
All right,
wait me, please.
no problem. Take care.
Okay.
Yeah, right. Yeah. You see, it doesn't matter. You speak to a kid, you speak to an adult, it's the same. It's the same. You speak to a person who have a PhD or a person of high school, it's the same. They will not say, they will not answer, they will not give an answer. So who is Allah? We learned today from somebody who have a PhD that or Allah is something. I mean, thank you very much. And each time we go in a hot position, either he say he have to go back, he have to go to sleep, I will contact you next week, or I have to restart. Now what he will do, he will go and research and Google, see to what he can do. Who's next? Who's next? And I mean, by the way, speaking to Muslims is very frustrating, because you know that they are playing games. He knew, I knew. It's a game. It's like it's not. We are not debating. Honest to God, we are not debating. There's no debate in this debate. It is a game. How I can cover up. This is what he is doing. How I can cover up the problem. The question is even not about this. We're trying to find out who's Allah. They do not know. Who is Allah? Allah, he said he is the Lord of the world. Oh, this is what it says in the Lord of the Ring too. How I can follow a God? I have no idea who is he. I hope Dr. Rohi will call me back again. Let us hope. He will contact some of his sheikh in Al-Azhar University. He says, what you will say to this guy now? My voice is broken. Is my voice is good? Do we have any Muslim? As you see in front of you, Muhammad, he described that the water of the women is thin. Muhammad is expert. Muhammad is expert in sex. What I can say, I mean, this guy, he slept with a lot of women. The messenger of Allah said, the man water is thick and white, and the women water is thin and yellow. By the way, women, why you have a water it is yellow? I mean, can't you use filter? Obviously it's not clean. What a joke. This is a prophet of God teaching people that you have a water it is yellow and thin. Hey women, you have water it is yellow and thin, and the man, your water is white and thick. I mean, this is education. And to explain to us what? To explain to us that whichever of them comes first, the child will resemble the parents. I see, I'm going to convert to Islam now. This is science. And this guy playing all this game to me to say to me, oh, the gushing fluid does not mean the sperm. And now, by this is a prophet, we know how each one of you, what happened in the bedroom of his mother. If you are a boy, well, obviously it was your father who have orgasm first. Sorry to tell you, this is what happened. We know it now. This is what happened between my mother and my father. Obviously, my father, he have orgasm first, so the baby webs out the boy. If your mother have orgasm first, the baby will be a girl. This is very scientific, and this here we go. We prove that Muhammad is obviously is the best prophet, and he is Dr. Muhammad. And now we knew why Muslim they worship a God. His name is something. I mean, did you hear him saying we worship a God? His name worship something. Did you hear it? Their God, Allah mean worship something. What is that? And this is why I don't like to have a Muslim guest in my show, because I'm afraid most of you will convert to Islam after you hear the science and the knowledge and how convincing they are. You see, they are so convincing when they speak to somebody who speak no Arabic. He have no knowledge. He do not know what he's talking about. If you have all those requirements, the Muslims will be so happy to jump on you, not to debate you. They will jump, they will challenge you to debate. Look, go YouTube right now. See how many Muslims challenging everybody there, but nobody is challenging me. And the poor me, I stay here for 5 hours, 6 hours. Let us call Dr. Rohi again. Maybe he's back. Hello? 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 Doctor, I hear nothing. Are you there? Dr. Rohi, are you there? I don't know. He answered, but he is not answering. Do you hear me, Dr. Rohi?
Yeah.
All right. So, Dr. Rohi, what is the conclusion now? When your prophet, he said that the gushing fluid, this is the water of the women. Do you agree with him or you don't agree with him? Hello?
Hello, do you hear me?
Yes,
do you hear me now?
I do. So do you agree with your prophet
Yeah,
when he
okay.
said that the women, when she have orgasm, the baby will resemble her? And this is the gushing fluid of the women, which is coming from the ribs. Do you agree with him or not?
I don't know the true meaning of this hadith
My friend,
because
the true meaning
not
is very clear. Okay,
as Quran.
Dr. Rohi, do you know the hadith where it says in Arabic? I will read it for you in Arabic, so you don't say I did not get it. أخبرنا إسحاق بن إبراهيم قال أنبأنا عبد حدثنا سعيد عن قتادة عن أنس قال قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم ماء الرجل غليظ أبيض وماء المرأة رقيق أصفر فأيهما سبق كان الشبه. Are you aware of this hadith?
Yes, it is speak about the semen of the man.
So this is about the semen. Thank you very much. So this is about the semen. Okay. But do you agree
semen and
that if the women have orgasm first, the baby will be a girl?
yes, yes. What is
the problem? The problem,
in
women
this?
have no semen.
The problem, the women have buwaida.
My friend, your prophet, he did not say women she have an egg. He said women she have a thin yellow water, and the egg of the woman, talking about the discharge, the charge come out. This is not internal, this is outside. So he's talking about the water will show up out in her vagina. This is thin and yellow. This is not the egg, so don't mix things up. So here he's talking about whoever comes first, the baby will be the same as the parents, and you agree with that. You said there's no problem with this. So what is the water which is ejaculated of the man is white, thick sperm. What is the water ejaculated of the women? It is yellow and thin. And whoever comes first, the baby will resemble the father or the parents. And you said you agree with this. But anyone who is listening, he knew that this is false. Absolutely false. If the baby is born, when the baby is born, have nothing to do with the who have orgasm first, especially we are talking about the gender. Your prophet saying here that whoever come first, the gender will resemble him. This is absolutely false. What do you say?
Oh, I have a problem in my computer. So.
Dr. Rohi, the problem is not in your computer. The problem is in hadith. The problem is in the Quran. It's not in the computer. Come on. You are trying to make excuse. I'm getting it. I'm getting it. It's okay. I understand. You are not the first one who make excuse to go. My friend, that problem is here. Stop saying I need to restart. I have a problem. I know what is the problem. The problem, you do not know what to say. What kind of a prophet he claimed that he is speaking in the name of God, yet he said that whoever have orgasm first, the baby will resemble the parents. And I'm so upset from my father, by the way. And look, because my father have orgasm first, I look like him. I look scary. I wish my mother she have orgasm first. What kind of knowledge this knowledge is?
Now we talk about the verse of the Quran يخرج من بين الصلب والترائب. Then later we talk about this hadith.
We are talking about it. We did not get out. We are not getting out. We are showing you what your prophet explained, that how the baby is created. The baby created by a fluid of the women and the fluid of the man. When your prophet he said whoever come first what? Come with the fluid. What is the fluid? He described the fluid. He said the man fluid is thick and white, and the women fluid is thin and yellow. So we are in the same verse, the same topic.
Let me explain this, please. Then we discuss this hadith.
No problem.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. Thank you. Now. يخرج من بين الصلب والترائب. What's this mean? Emerging from between the backbone and the ribs. It is mean that long immigration beginning when the genital seals appearance in the male and the female from the beginning of backbone and the beginning of ribs. Okay. Then ovary migrates to the pelvis beside the womb, and the testis migrates to the scrotum at the moment the human turns into sperm and migrates to ovum after
Dr. Rohi, is that Islamic explanation,
copulation
or
and
is that Islamic explanation, or is this a science explanation? Give me the Islamic explanation. Do you want me to read for you Ibn Kathir?
no,
You are not
Ibn
giving it.
Kathir.
You are not going to
How
the
Ibn
topic.
Kathir this?
How Ibn Kathir? What do you mean how Ibn Kathir? Are you saying to me, Dr. Rohi, that because you have a PhD from Al-Azhar University, you know more than Ibn Kathir? Are you claiming that? Are you claiming a knowledge that you have more knowledge than Ibn Kathir? Are you claiming that you have a knowledge more than other scholars?
No, Ibn Kathir not study in a university and
So
study
what does
how
that mean? What
the
does that mean? You are how you come to the conclusion that this is what the Quran meant? I mean, you need to give me a scholar. You learned and I learned. You see, I am not a person of a PhD like you in Islam, but I studied in Islamic school. I have a degree in Islamic law, and I know how it works. You cannot mention something without mentioning a scholar. You have to prove it with a proved scholar. This is Ibn Kathir, and he speak that this is about the sperm. It's not up to you. All the scholars, they agree that this is about the sperm. So when you say to me this is not about the sperm, you have to prove it. Read with me carefully. This is what Ibn Kathir says. He is created from
Ibn
water gushing forth, meaning the sexual fluid that comes out bursting forth from the man and the women. Do you see it? This is Ibn Kathir. I'll read for you in Arabic. I'm showing it to the people in English. It says يقول ابن كثير في تفسيره ثم خلقنا النطفة علقة إن الله صير النطفة وهي الماء الدافق الذي يخلق من صلب الرجل وهو ظهره وترائب المرأة وهي عظام صدرها وما بين الترقوة إلى السرة. Do you see it? So all the scholars agree that your prophet, he meant by that a sexual fluid of the women and a sexual fluid of the man. And whoever comes first, as your prophet said in the hadith, he is going to decide the gender of the baby. And this is a sahih hadith, as you see. Everybody can see in the screen. It says that this is sahih hadith. The messenger of Allah said, the man water is thick and yellow, and the water and white, and the woman water is thin and yellow. Whichever of them comes first, the child will resemble the parents. So now we have interpretation agree with the hadith, agree with the Quran, Quran agree with the hadith. The picture is perfect. How that can be God?
Ibn Kathir not a holy man. Gee, they just scholars speak by this
all the
science
names you
that
mentioned to me,
known in
all
his
the names
time.
you mentioned to me, they are not holy name meant too. But obviously, you choose your cherry. When you want Ibn Kathir is good. When you want you don't, he's not good. Okay, choose for me a person you like. Which interpretation you like me to read for you? Which is going to show you that you are wrong again? Can you choose for me? Which interpretation? Jalalain? Is a Jalalain is good for you?
No, not a Jalalain. The Quran, you must study the Quran
so let us make it simple.
According to the science of this time.
So you don't want any Islamic scholar to explain the Quran, because obviously their explanation will prove Islam to be wrong. So we need to manipulate the Quran today and change the interpretation which is taught for centuries by Muslims.
Yes.
And today we need to update it and change it. So you are saying to me the interpretation of the Quran is changeable because we discovered that this is wrong. So it was okay to believe this is what. So what about Muhammad saying that? Are you going to say we should say to Muhammad you are wrong? When Muhammad is said,
no,
if the man have orgasm first and the women have or the women have orgasm first, the baby will resemble the parents. Was he wrong?
The Quran not said this. The Quran not said this. But I don't this hadith, the meaning, the true meaning of this hadith, but Quran not say.
What do you mean the Quran not saying? What do you mean the Quran doesn't say that? No, the Quran said that. The Quran mentioned that the man is created from a sperm. Do you want to show you the verse?
Yes, the man created from a sperm. What?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So he is created from a sperm, and this is what he's talking about. This is why it says dafiq. Dafiq is a gushing fluid. It's a gushing fluid moving so fast. There's nothing have to do with the baby is gushing fast except the sperm. What is gushing fast? ejaculated, coming out. What is that?
Let me speak in Arabic, then I translate this.
But let us before you
this.
go, Dr. Rohi, you agree with me that all Muslim scholars agree with me that this is, according to Islamic scholars, it's meant the sperm of the woman coming from her ribs and the sperm of the man coming from his backbone. But you come in with a new idea that because today we discover that this is stupid, so now we need to change the interpretation of the Quran.
No.
Then you have to give me
My
one
friend.
scholar agree with you. Don't tell me no. I showed you Ibn Kathir, I can show you Al-Qurtubi, I can show you Al-Tabari, I can show you
The
Jalalain.
first, yes, the first said what the first said من بين الصلب والترائب لم تقل من الصلب والترائب كلمة من
My
بين
friend, a solb is a solb of the man, a taraib and a taraib of, go to the dictionary. You are the one who mentioned to me dictionary, right? You can open the dictionary right away and you will see that the word taraib is not just the ribs, it is the location of the necklace of the women. Taraib is not the ribs, it is the location of the necklace of the women. So when you see there is in the chest of the woman, there is a little hole in the top of her chest, and this is where the necklace will stand. That is a taraib. So this must be about women, and this is what all your scholars saying. At taraib is the location of the necklace of the women. We can't play with it. This is Arabic language. If you do not know Arabic very well, you can open the dictionary right now and you can read it.
No, look, my friend. الصلب والظهر لا يقصد بالظهر العمود الفقري فقط. يقصد به الظهر بما يشتمل عليه لأن العمود الفقري يعجز.
My friend, it doesn't say zahar. Doesn't say zahar. It says solb. Solb is the backbone. Is the last bone in the chain. Is not the back. A solb. This is called a solb. Let me teach you something, my friend. A solb is called solb because simply the human being, all his bones can be burned, can be destroyed, except that little bone is very hard and will not be destroyed. This is why it's called a solb. So he is saying to you, it's coming from the between that location and the other location. The first location present the man. This is why even in your culture they say to you that, you know, from the back of his father, they mean the solb, because the Quran says that. So يخرج من بين الصلب is coming from between this and that. If you're a scholar, they will say this is for the same body of the man. Even that will be a problem, because your God is saying that the sperm of the man is coming from between the ribs of the man and the backbone of the man. How God can say that? This is what you are trying to say to me. You're trying to say to me, no, what it's meant here, that this is about that the baby is created from the ribs of the man to the backbone of the man.
Not said that. He said it is not من بين. لم تقل من الصلب. Not said from the backbone. Between.
It doesn't matter because
because
it's between two bodies, two human beings. Because the man, he cannot make a baby alone, my friend. Have you ever heard of a man he have sex with himself and he get pregnant? So it is between يخرج من بين what? الصلب of the man and the taraib of the women, the backbone of the man and the ribs of the women. So this is why it says يخرج من بين. Obviously you Muslims speak Arabic, but you don't want to learn Arabic. Min bain cannot be for the man only, because the man alone cannot have babies.
Yes, now said to the look at the in the تفسير البحر المديد يخرج من بين صلب الرجل وترائبه وصلب المرأة وترائبها.
Thank you very much. So look guys, finally you get me something useful now. Dr. Rohi said he chose different interpretation. He says it's coming from between the ribs of the man and the backbone of the man, and the ribs of the women and the backbone of the women. Okay, what comes from the ribs of the women and the backbone of the women? Gushing fluid. Is the egg of the women gushing fluid? Is it a fluid? Is the women egg a fluid? Women, they make one egg. They are not a chicken. It's one egg. It's not a fluid. Fluid is a billions of drops of liquid. This is what the fluid is. We cannot say the egg is a fluid. It is a single egg. Women don't have many eggs. They are not a fish. If somebody says to you that women are fish and they have a fluid of eggs, that is different story. It is one egg and it is not a fluid, and you are the one who repeat the fluid over and over and over.
You don't understand the chapter.
Okay, you know, Dr.
The
Rohi,
verb
forget
coming
about this.
from
You know what?
ascribe the man
Okay,
and don't
my
ascribe
friend,
the
my friend, you are saying I don't
fluid.
understand. You are saying I don't understand. Look like not only me I don't understand. Ibn Kathir don't understand. Al-Qurtubi don't understand. Al-Tabari don't understand. Al-Jalalain don't understand. So all of us we don't understand, but you understand. When you say
No,
to me
it
you
is
don't
different.
understand, when you say to me, Dr. Rohi, when you say to me you don't understand, I want you to say to me, look like you and Ibn Kathir and Al-Jalalain and Al-Qurtubi and Al-Tabari and all the scholars don't understand. Say that, because I am not quoting to you what I understand. I'm quoting you what they are saying. Is it this what Ibn Kathir said? Are you willing? Are you willing to say, look like Ibn Kathir and Christian Prince don't understand? Say it. Why
Is,
nobody of the Islamic scholars accuse Ibn Kathir of fabrication for saying such a thing the Quran does not mean? Why nobody accuse Jalalain? Why nobody accuse Ibn Abbas? You mentioned to me Ibn Abbas, I open Ibn Abbas for you. Ibn Abbas, he says the ribs of the women.
So listen to me.
Let us
I have
jump. Let
to
us jump.
explain.
Let's see, look like we will not reach agreement in this part. Prove to me still we go back to zero. Let us go back to zero. Prove to me in any way that there is a God, his name is Allah, and who is he? Until now you get me nothing. All what we got is proving that Islam cannot be from the true God because it's giving false information. Allah, he said about himself, I can say about myself, I can say I'm God. You can say that too. But I can say I am the creator of the world. You can say that too, but you have to prove it. What is the proof that Allah is God? There's no proof. As you see, he say things that doesn't make sense. Give me one thing, your God Allah, he said it makes sense. Just one.
What proof you want?
Anything proof. Okay, you worship a God, you told me his name is something. We worship something. Thank you very much. So prove to me that this something you worship is exist. How Allah can prove himself to you that he exists? What he did? Muhammad, he have no miracles. The Arab, they keep asking him, why you don't do miracles? How come you don't have miracles? Isn't it true that when the Arab, they ask Muhammad for a miracle, Allah, he send a verse from Muhammad saying, wait, and I will tell them to wait and wait with them.
You don't read a wicked and adulterous generation seek after a sign. جيل شرير يطلب آية.
My friend, they are asking because he don't have any, but Jesus, he keep making miracles. All the life of Jesus from the beginning to the end is a miracle. Even his birth is a miracle. Here we have a prophet. People, they keep asking him to do miracles because he have none.
But
chapter 10, Dr. Rohi, chapter 10, verse number 20. What it says? They say, why his Lord don't send miracles on him? They are not asking him to do miracle. They are saying, how come this is he claimed to be a prophet, but yet he don't have any miracle? Why his Lord don't send a miracle to him? What he said? He said to them, wait, and I will wait with you. What kind of God he said that to them? They say, why is not sign? Listen, Dr. Rohi, read with me carefully. Why is not sign sent down to him from his Lord? Say, who is talking now? Allah. The unseen is only for Allah. What? To know. Then wait ye, I too, I will wait with you. Allah will wait with you. Who is waiting here, Muhammad or Allah? What kind of answer? Why Allah did not say that about Jesus? Why Jesus, he wake the man, he resurrect people from death, he make the blind see, he walk in the water, he created from the mud a bird, he healed the lepers, he healed the disease, he tell you what you hide in your houses, and then the people are just waiting for one miracle from Muhammad. And what Allah, he said to him, wait, and I will wait with you. And we are still waiting.
What Allah said in the Holy Quran about the miracle?
What he said?
He said in chapter Al-Isra 59, وَمَا مَنَعَنَا أَن نُرْسِلَ بِالْآيَاتِ إِلَّا أَن كَذَّبَ بِهَا الْأَوَّلُونَ.
Thank you very much.
وآتينا ثمود الناقة مبصرة فظلموا بها وما نرسل بالآيات إلا تخويفا. Nothing prevents us from sending miracles, sign, except that the ancient called them lies.
Dr. Rohi, I am going to hire you to be the best man for the year in Islamic studies. Dr. Rohi chose for us a verse from the Quran saying, look what Allah said about making miracle. We refrain from sending signs. So Allah, he refrained from sending signs. Take a note. So you agree that Allah refrained from sending signs? Do you agree with Allah that he really refrained? Is Allah here telling the truth or he is lying? Is
Allah
he
tell the truth?
Okay, so so you agree that he refrained from sending signs. So how he say I refrain from sending signs when you Muslim you say the Quran itself is a miracle? By saying I refrain from sending sign, he made a miracle. The same phrase, it is saying he refrained from making miracles, he is making a miracle. How crazy that is. It's like saying I refrain from cooking when I am cooking live on camera. It's like saying I refrain from drinking when I am drinking. It's like saying I refrain from smoking when I am smoking. So how Allah he say I refrain from making miracle when supposedly the Quran itself is a miracle? That is additional proof that the Quran is nothing and never was a miracle, and it's not a miracle, and the Arab always make fun of it. And now here is the other lie. We refrain from sending miracles. Why? Because former generation, they did not believe in them. This is a lie. All the Christians believe in the miracles of Jesus. Most of the Jews converted to Christianity and they believe in the miracles of Jesus and all the prophets. So where is the ones who they are, and what this have to do with sending miracles? There's many people until now don't believe in Jesus, but yet he did miracles. There's many people don't believe in Moses, but yet he did miracles. Since when that God he will strike? Look like your God is a French guy in France. He have a strike every 2 days about going to the train station. Why? Because you don't believe in my miracle. This is not an answer of God, because simply he have no miracles and he have to make an excuse why he is not making miracles. People waiting for Muhammad to do one. So what he say? Oh my God, he refrained because you don't believe in it anyway. Well, let me tell you something, Dr. Rohi. I am a prophet, Christian prince, and the God who sent me to you, if you ask me to do miracle, I will say to you he's refrained because the Muslim don't believe in it. How silly. What do you say?
No. What I say? I say there is no connection between miracles and the prophecy, because the prophet is sent by God to guide the people. So what's the connection between the prophecy?
No, there's a connection. There's a connection. There's a connection. No, hold on.
The sea.
Hold on. Dr. Rohi, look like your PhD is not helping you. Isn't it Allah who asked? Isn't it Allah who asked the Jews?
My friend,
isn't it Allah who asked the Jews not to believe in anything unless a prophet he make a sacrifice, and then Allah he sent the fire to eat it?
No.
What do you mean no?
Now listen.
What do you mean no? No. You see, I want you to get me busted. What do you mean no?
Please listen to me.
No, I'm listening. What do you mean no? I want you to get me busted. I want to know what is the name of the teacher who gave you PhD, because obviously your school, the Azhar University, have nothing to do with knowledge. الذين قالوا إن الله عاهد إلينا ألا نؤمن لرسول حتى يأتينا بقربان تأكله النار قل قد جاءكم رسل من قبل بالبينات. Why you are saying to me no? Chapter 3 verse number 183. They are asking him, saying to him, Allah said to us, we will never believe in any messenger unless he sent to us down a fire to eat a sacrifice we present to him. And if he do, he is a prophet. Do you see it? Why you are saying to me no? They said Allah took our promise. So Allah took what? Our promise. There's a covenant between Allah and those people not to believe in any messenger unless he showed us a sacrifice consumed by the fire from heaven. Say, there come to you messengers before me with the clear signs, and even with that you ask for. Then why you slay them if you speak the truth? So here I go. You said it's not required for a prophet to have a miracle, but your God, he made a covenant with the people, saying don't believe in anyone, otherwise he might be a liar, unless he make a sacrifice, and then I send a fire from the sky and is going to eat it. And this is what happened with the children of Adam. Is that correct? Cain and Abel. Do you remember?
Yes.
Okay. And this
What
is happened
the ayah
again.
said.
And this again happened with who? This is again happened with who? Happened again with Abraham. Is that correct?
No, no.
What do you mean no, no?
Look at
Didn't
this.
Allah he sent the
Look.
fire and ate the ram?
No.
What do you mean
Look
no? Do you want
what
to show it to
the
you?
Quran,
What do you
the
mean
Holy,
no?
what the Holy
What do you
Quran
mean
said.
no?
What the Holy
Dr. Rohi,
Quran said.
don't drive me crazy. When you say to me no, you are forcing me to show everybody that you are not telling the truth. Did Allah send a fire to eat the ram, which is Allah himself he provided to Abraham? Yes or no?
Is the Quran said this?
What are you talking about? So you are saying that this is not true?
Yes.
Okay, hold on.
Yes.
Okay, hold on. No problem. وَفَدَيْنَاهُ بِذَبْحٍ عَظِيمٍ. Chapter 37, verse 107. What happened to that ram which Allah he sent down to Abraham?
بذبح عظيم. Where the fire? Where the fire that you said the fire?
So you have no idea about where the fire is coming from. You never heard of this before.
Let me read the ayah.
Make it clear. I want you to say, I never heard of a fire came down from the sky and ate the sacrifice of Allah. I want you to say that. Say it.
Yes.
You never heard that before.
I want to read the ayah. الذين قالوا إن الله عهد إلينا ألا نؤمن لرسول حتى يأتينا بقربان تأكله النار. قل قد جاءكم رسل من قبلي بالبينات وبالذي قلتم فلما قتلتموهم إن كنتم صادقين. Look at this ayah. الذين قالوا إن الله عهد إلينا ألا نؤمن لرسول حتى يأتينا بقربان تأكله النار. They said this. Now look at. I want to translate the ayah. لحظة.
Don't worry about translation. People they can read. I have it in the screen. I have it in the screen. People they can read it.
So I don't see what
okay.
you...
Well, Allah took our promise not to believe in the messenger unless he showed us a sacrifice consumed by the fire from the heaven. Say, there come to you messengers before me with the clear signs, and even with what you ask for. Why did you slay them if you speak the truth? Okay. Now what?
Those are the said who said surely Allah has enjoined us that we shouldn't believe in any messenger until he brings us an offering which the fire consumes. Say, indeed, there come to you messenger before me with the clear argument and with that which you demand. Why then did you kill them if you are truthful? It is translate Shakir.
So
the translate or the Quran, what he said, قل قد جاءكم رسل من قبلي بالبينات وبالذي قلتم not return to قربان بالذي قلتم يعني الذي طلبتموه كل ما طلبتموه
miracles,
كل الذي طلبوه من قبل.
miracles, yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
not return to قربان
no, الذي
تأكل
قلتم,
أمه.
my friend, الذي قلتم, they are saying
الذي قلتم قديما.
what they said, no, what they said here, no, what they said here, they said we have a covenant with God that we will not accept any prophet unless he give a sacrifice and he send the fire consumed by him from heaven. This is what they said. He's not talking about something they said 10 centuries ago. This is what they are asking for. If you are a prophet, okay, don't do miracles, make a sacrifice. Allah, he made a covenant between us and him that we will not accept anyone to call himself a prophet because he might be a liar unless he make a sacrifice, and God, he send a fire to prove this is a sign from him that this is a person I choose for you to be a prophet. Just do it. This is not a miracle. You see, they are even asking him a miracle. They are asking him to give a sign which Allah he required himself. So Allah now he is agreeing that this is the sign he told them. He didn't say I didn't say that to you. He didn't say this is a lie. I never said that. Or what he said, yes, I did that, but well, if this is the case what you want, how come you did not believe in the previous ones? And who are they, the one who did not believe in? And who is the one they slay?
Look at the miracle that the disbeliever asked the prophet to bring it. There is يعني this miracle وقالوا لن نؤمن لك حتى تفجر لنا من الأرض ينبوعا أو تكون لك جنة من نخيل وعنب فتفجر الأنهار خلالها تفجيرا. And they say we will not believe you until you break open for us from the ground.
So let us make it simple. Let's make it simple. Why Muhammad don't have a miracles? Why Muhammad is a prophet of God who have no miracles?
Muhammad not have a miracle because now look, when Moses were split the sea and changed the stick into snake or change his hand to white color يعني إلى آخره. And look at Jesus miracle like as a cure to the sick or ill. I ask him now where that miracle went now.
It exists.
Did you see it those miracle now?
Hold on.
No one saw those miracle.
No. First of all,
no one.
My friend.
Listen,
you see it. You see it. You don't see it. It doesn't make any difference. We believe that he did, and there is miracles happening in the name of Jesus until now. But however, you admit and I admit that Jesus has miracles, and you admit that Muhammad has no miracles. The question is why Muhammad don't have miracles? Why all the prophets? If Jesus is a prophet, Moses is a prophet, Abraham is a prophet, everybody is a prophet. Why everybody have a miracle except your prophet? Why? What the problem? Why Allah refrain only in the case of Muhammad? What Allah will lose if he give him like 5 miracles? What he will lose? His God.
Miracle of Islam will be staying and remain in the world everlasting. Miracle of Islam was the book. This miracle
friend, this
anyone can
it's not
see
true.
it.
Your prophet he said,
the best miracle of
my friend, this is not true. This is not true. This is not a miracle. This is not a miracle. This is not miracle. Buddhism is still exist and will stay exist. Christianity is still exist. Atheism is increasing. What are you talking about? And even your prophet he said, بدأ الإسلام غريبا وسوف يعود غريبا. Islam start as a strange little and is going to end as a stranger little. So don't tell me it's going to stay. There's no Muslims left. Where is the Muslims? There's no Muslim in this earth. Do you Dr. Rohi, be honest with me. Do you practice Islam today? Do you practice the Sunnah? Are you a Sunni? Are you a Sunni?
Yes, I am a Sunni.
Do you drink camel urine? Do you drink camel urine?
No,
why you don't drink camel urine? This is Sunnah. You're a prophet. When somebody convert to Islam, he ordered him to go and to drink the camel milk and the camel urine. Yes, I can show you the hadith. So you are not a Muslim, and you are not happy about what your prophet teaching, and you don't want to practice Islam. Your prophet, he used to clean his bum with 3 rocks. Do you do that?
No,
You're a
no.
prophet. You're a prophet used to shower in a water have dead dogs. Do you do that? Did your prophet shower in bi'ri bidaa?
Look, please, my friend.
My friend, I'm
As
asking
to
you.
drink
Do
milk and
you do what your prophet do? You don't. You are not a Muslim. A Muslim is someone who followed the prophet by Sunnah and the Quran, and you are not going to follow any of them. It was said, "Oh Allah
now,
Messenger, shall we use the water of bid'ah, which to perform ablution, while it is a well which menstruation, rags, flesh of dogs, and garbage thrown in it?" The prophet, he said, "Indeed, water is pure; nothing make it impure." Do you do that? Are you willing to do what your prophet did?
no, you must understand, my friend. As to drink milk and urine as a medicine, there is a
What
rule
medicine?
saying
Where it says
when
it's a medicine? Wait. Where your prophet, he said this is a medicine?
the prophet in the hadith,
Yeah. It says he did it as a medicine. This is as a medicine.
no,
Okay, let me
yes,
ask you, do you
أنه
Muslims,
ناسا
if I go
جاءوا
right
إلى
now, okay,
المدينة.
I will go with you. If I go right now in Egypt and you are an Egyptian, if I go to Egypt, do you Muslims sell medicine? It's called camel urine in your pharmacy.
No, it is not. It is not.
Why you don't do that?
No.
You just said it's a medicine.
Listen to me to explain, and you don't take me a chance to explain, to talk.
Go ahead.
As to drink milk and urine, there is a rule saying, when the work of man ends, the work of God begins. I mean, in the past, the dangerous diseases were healed by a simple things. Why? Because God completes where the man ends. For example, these days, all birth of the virgin girls is very difficult, and it is done by cesarean birth. But in the past days, the things were either because God completes where man ends. Serious diseases were curing by easy things. In the past, there is not pharmacy to buy medicine from it. So using the urine as a medicine is a known things at all people. Or for example, Ibn Sina in his famous book, which called Al-Qanun fi Tibb, Law in Medicine, he said the useful urine is camel's urine, and he spoke a lot about urine in his book. And sure, you know, this book were teaching in all Europe's university. Also Hindus in the past were using urine.
Ibn Sina a Muslim?
Yes.
So he was chased and tortured. All the scholars, Muslims, are proud about them. They've been chased and tortured, and they've been killed and accused to be kuffar. Do you want me to count for you all the names of the famous ones? Let me ask you, do you know somebody? Do you know somebody you are proud about? Are you proud about Ibn Sina? Give me a name you are proud about.
All Muslims proud.
They are not Muslims. You Muslims accuse them to be kuffar. And we can show you the reference for all of them, including Ibn Khaldun, Ibn Sina, Al-Razi, all the names. You make a big title about them, but now, because now supposedly the West speak about them, but before you chase them, you want to kill them, and you killed many of them. We don't want to play the game. Let us focus on your prophet. Ibn Sina is not your prophet, is he?
It is.
No,
it is
you're a prophet.
Another topic.
You're a prophet, my friend. You're a prophet. One day, a man, he came to him and he said to him, my brother, his belly is hurting him. You're a prophet. He said to him, go and tell him to drink honey. The guy, he come again and he told him he is getting worse. The prophet said to him, go and drink honey. Let me ask you a question. The story is in the front of our eyes. A person, he came to you and he said to you, my brother, not even him, his stomach is hurting him. How in the world, Muhammad, he said to the man, drink honey? How he knew that the honey is a solution? Was that inspiration from Allah, or it was that, or was his guessing?
Look, we first we end the urine camel.
This is the same. We're talking
then
about
we
medicine. No, we did not change. Don't worry. We will go back to the urine. We are talking about how Muhammad, he knew that this is a medicine. So when Muhammad, he said to a man, drink urine or drink honey, is that inspiration from God, or this is his own guessing? I want a clear answer.
Yes, Prophet Muhammad didn't say to every sick, go and
This is not the
drink
question, Dr.
camel's
Rohi.
urine.
This is not the question. That is not the question. The question is, when your prophet, he said to a person, go drink honey or go drink camel urine, is that his own guessing that this is a solution, or this was inspiration from God?
Yes, from a solution. Yes.
From what? Inspiration.
It is a medicine for sick when he
No, this is not the
ordered to
question.
the
This is not the
man
question. This is
to
not the
eat honey.
Dr.
To eat
Dr.
honey.
Rohi, I don't know why you are not answering. This is not the question. The question is, when Muhammad, he said drink honey or drink camel urine, was he told that by Allah, or it was his own idea, thinking that this would be a good solution? Is it from Allah or from him?
By Allah, by Allah.
Thank you very much.
By Allah.
Guys, he just said that the one who told Muhammad that is Allah. So that must be true. Okay. How this guy, he keep coming to Muhammad, and his Billy, his brother Billy is getting more worse and more worse. And then your prophet, he said to him, your brother Billy is telling a lie, and Allah told the truth. Read with me carefully. Allah has spoke the truth, and your brother boys are wrong. Have you ever heard of somebody saying that? He claimed that when he said to the guy, drink honey, Allah told the truth. So you are right. He claimed that this is inspiration from God. All right. So now the guy is getting worse. What if somebody have diabetes? Maybe have a diabetes. How Muhammad, he tell the guy without even asking him where, how, what happened? Right away, the guy, he came to him. He says, I have a stomach. My brother, he have a stomach pain. He said to him, drink honey. What kind of doctor the doctor is?
As the honey and honey, is this come in the Quran that he said the man to the man go and drink
this is the
honey?
hadith. This is in the hadith. This is Sahih Muslim, hadith number 2217. You know, but it's the same, my friend. Like as an example, in the Quran, you say that your God Allah is a Lord. How Allah in the Quran, he makes such a mistake? The Quran claim that the bees, they eat the fruits. Is that true?
It is as to me, it is not a true hadith. As to me, it is not a
Why
true
is it
hadith.
true? Why is it true? No, it says it true. It is true. It is true. You are just, you know, sorry. I don't wanna say a word will upset you, but this is true. Look with me in the Quran what it says. That Allah, he said to the Quran in chapter 16. If you go to chapter 16, it says, chapter 16, verse number 69. Allah, he said to the bees, go and eat from the fruits. Do the bees eat from the fruits?
Okay, my friend, with this in another topic. Now I will go.
No problem. But this is not another topic. But I'm showing you that your God Allah can't be God, because God, he should not say go and eat from the fruits. Bees don't eat from the fruits. Bees, they go and they bring the nectar, and in the same verse it says that, and there is the honey is issued from their bellies. So your God, he think that the honey of the bees is their poo-poo, and we are not eating their food, we are eating their poo-poo. So they go and eat fruit and they poo-poo honey. But the fact the honey is their food, they don't eat the fruits. This is why I am mentioning all those things to you. So you failed, Dr. Rohi, sadly, to tell us who is Allah, or what you said to us, he is something. Who is he? You do not know. You said he is a Lord, you cannot prove it. You said he told us about himself. There's no proof that he taught anything about himself, because obviously he say things doesn't make sense. And then he teaches wrong information. How the baby is created from the backbone and the ribs. And your prophet, he explained, he says whoever come first, the baby will resemble the parents. And then we find him, you speak about honey and camel urine. Everybody knows that urine is an acid, it will destroy your livers. Everybody knows that honey is very useful if you use it correctly. You don't give it to everybody. What if somebody have diabetes? He will die in a week. This is not a person who is inspired. A person who say that God said that he ordered the bees to go and eat from the fruits, and their honey is their poo-poo. The honey is not the poo-poo, is not their dirt. It is their food. Honeys is what they eat. They don't eat fruits. Thank you, Dr. Rohi, for calling. Feel free to call me anytime you wish.
Thank you. We will debate about this in the coming week, inshallah.
No problem.
Thank you.
Take care.
My
Good night,
friend.
my friend. Good night. Wish you the best.
Good night. Good night.
Okay. All right. Oh boy. After how long we are talking? For how long we are talking now? Almost an hour and 45 minutes. Is it? Anyone get the answer what Allah is? Nothing. After all of this, what we learn? Nothing. Who is Allah? We came with zero, we left with zero. This is why it's very stupid to be a Muslim. They don't even know who's Allah. They have no idea who is he, what he is about, how he look, where he live, what he say, what he did not say. Oh, what they say to us that Muhammad he heard. What Muhammad? Where Muhammad he heard that camel urine is medicine? This is something the Arab they used to practice before Islam, and Muhammad he isn't ignorant. He just copy from them. If this is the guy who have a PhD, what about the guy who have high school? And supposedly I am the one who don't have a PhD. Do you think, guys, I deserve to have a PhD? I wanted to study, to be honest with you, to get a PhD, but then I contacted, and I found that it's very expensive. And I said to myself, it's a piece of paper. I mean, this is really stupid. I will spend all this money for a piece of paper. I'm not going to do that. And then at the same time, one of you, he introduced me to a university. It's a very good university. And then the guy who said to me he will supervisor me, so be supervisor for me in my PhD, he didn't know much. In fact, a friend, he sent him a video, and he listened to a guy. By the way, he said to me, I was speaking to him in the phone. He said, by the way, he have the same your voice like yours. So the guy, when I give me PhD, is listening to me. He's learning from me. He said, do you know him? I said, no, but maybe. Anyway, PhD. Who is next? Who is next as a Muslim would like to call? Muslims only, who want to tell us who is Allah and what kind of God he think that bees, they eat honey, sorry, they eat fruits and they poo-poo honey. I want to know how this happened. We are bees, we eat fruit and we poo-poo honey. I mean, look at this knowledge, man. They eat fruits and they poo-poo honey. And the Lord taught the bees. The Lord, he taught the bees to build its cells in hills on trees and in habitation of men, then to eat all produce of earth. This does not exist in the Quran, by the way. And to find this what this is false translation. What or What produce of the earth? This is why I say to you, when you read Arabic, it's different really from what it says in English. ثم كلي من كل الثمرات, and eat from all the fruits. What the production of the earth? ثمرات. This is the chapter 16, verse number 69, the chapter of the bees. By the way, the Quran is like a zoo. There's a cow chapter, there's a bees chapter, spider, elephant, I mean, you name it. And there's furniture, the chair chapter, you know, very fantastic. Any Abdul? Who is Abdul is going to call me so we can learn a little bit about Allah. Who is Allah? Until now, we got zero answer from the Abdul, sadly. Who is Mr. Abdul? He is willing to call us. Mayday, Mayday. We need a Abdul. Anyone? And you know what? I challenge any Muslim, life in front of you, to choose for me any chapter in the Quran, and he challenged me to show him a mistake which is stupid in that chapter. Who want to make the challenge? Anyone? You choose any chapter you wish, from the first page to the last page. Anyone? Do we have anyone? Mayday, Mayday. We need a Abdul. Anyone? No Abdul. Well, not always we got lucky. What we can say, I mean, we have to admit, sometimes we have to wait here for hours in order to get Abdul. You know, sometimes we can get the Abdul easy, sometimes we cannot get the Abdul easy. It's depend in the location of the bees. So can we have a Abdul? Who is the Abdul who want to get the blessing of Allah, the Lord of the world, the God who have a dog, who will eat you if you don't believe in him? And by the way, in case you do not know, the reason Christian Prince he have a gun with him because he's afraid that Allah will send his dog and he will eat him. Allah has a dog. And the guy he said, I'm not going to believe in the Lord of the Star, so Allah he sent his dog and he ate him. Why Allah he don't send his dog to eat me and eat you? So Allah he grow dogs too? Yeah, dogs are najis, they are filthy, dirty in Islam. But suddenly Allah have a dog, obviously. And Muhammad, you see, Muhammad he try always to terrify the Muslims. You remember in the Quran where Muhammad he said that Allah will insert in the anus of the one who don't believe in him, he will insert in his anus a huge chain. Who remember where we can find that? Who remember? Let us see who of you is still young and who of you is still getting older. Anyone remember? This is the point of those things, to make you believe, to force you to believe. He scare you. ثم في سلسلة ذراعها 70 ذراعا فأسلكوا. Chapter 69, verse number 32. So unbelievable. If you don't believe in Allah, brother and sister, I warn you and I tell you, if you don't believe in Allah, Allah is going to insert a huge thing in your anus. And in Pakistan, we have a lot of thing ready for you. He will do 69 for you. The chapter name, it's a miracle. Even the chapter name is 69. Isn't it? This is alone is enough to prove to us that this is a miracle. Read carefully with me. The knowledge of Allah, who will insert a chain in your anus. Ta-da-da, ta-da-da, ta-da-da. Please buy Nivea. Ta-da-da, ta-da-da, ta-da-da. You will need it very soon. Ta-da-da, ta-da-da, ta-da-da. All right. Where we are now. This is 69:29. Hold on. No, this is 68. I was wondering why it's coming like this. All right. Read with me carefully, please. What's happening? Let us go to the main page. Hold on. Ibn Kathir. I will show you. The amazing, beautiful God. His name is Allah. Okay. Here we go. After you go to the judgment day, Allah will order the angels to size you. They will size you, size him, and fetter him, and throw him in the blazing fire. But hold on, you are not done yet. And then fasten him on a chain, wherefore the length is 70 cubits. Kabul Ahbar said, every ring of it will be equal to the entire amount of iron found in the world. I mean, do you see how big this chain? Every ring of this chain is equal to entire iron in the world. How many billions of tons that will be? Unbelievable. This is all for me. And then Al-Wafi reported that Ibn Abbas, that Ibn Jurayr, the blah 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 said, each cubit will be former's length of an angel. If Ibn Jurayr reported, فَأَسْلِكُوهُ, explain what the word فَأَسْلِكُوهُ mean. Fasten him, it will be entered into his buttocks. Ouch, ouch. I wish I am good in cartoon. I want to make this as a cartoon for adult, and they will play it in a Playboy station. We have a human being, or in the horror station, horror. It will be entered into his buttocks. So now we bring a guy, and then we bring a huge chain. Every ring of it is equal to all the iron in the world. And now the angels are pushing that chain in the buttocks. Bush, brother, bush. Brother, it's so thin. I mean, the chain is so big and his anus is so small. What we can do? The brother spit there or put some Nivea. So it will be entered into his buttocks and will pull out of his mouth. If. Can I draw? Sure, I can draw. What are you talking about? I am the best artist in the world. Okay, hold on. You see, you I just forgot that I am very good in drawing. Okay, this is the guy who don't believe in Allah. I'm telling you, I'm very good. By the way, I have a copyright over this drawing. Don't try it like and sell it in the auction or etc. All right. So this is the guy who don't believe in Allah. All right. Here we have his neck. Here we have his shoulder. We will make his shoulder small so it can fit in the screen. And then this is his bum. His fat. This is his bum. All right. And those are his legs. Then Allah will bring a huge chain. Huge. Big. I mean, really big. Very big and very, very huge. And he will insert the chain in his anus. I'm trying to make the chain small, but the fact the chain every ring will be like here. All of this will go inside his anus. And the angels will be pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing. And then they will take the chain from his mouth. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel in case you like to learn how to draw. Forget about what we teach here. We will open a special class to teach you how to draw horror movie. Terror. I mean, obviously, this is a good religion and this is true God. And you know, even the Muslims, they went so far in describing for us the size of the chain and the size of the rings of this chain. Look, look, look. It will be entered into his buttocks and pulled out of his mouth. Then it will be arranged on, they will be arranged in the chain, just like luctos. Ooh, barbecue, barbecue. Allah will put us like luctos, and are arranged in a stick, is being roasted. Ooh. Al-Wafi reported from Ibn Abbas that he said it will run into his behind until it's brought from his to his nostrils. Let me see my nose. So Allah will put the chain in the ass, and then he will take it out from the nose. I mean, that's so beautiful and so much imaginary. I mean, who can reject such a religion? And now you have 1 million reasons to believe in the Prophet and to say Shahada. If you are worried about your anus, you better say Shahada. If you are worried about your nostril, you have to say Shahada. If you are worried about these things getting inside you, coming outside you from your mouth, you have to say Shahada. And then they continue in the description. They say, if a drop of lead like this, like what? Like the ring of the chain, and he pointed to the skull bone, were sent from the heaven to the earth, and it is a distance of 500 years. Look, the Muslim, they knew even what the distance is between them, you know. I mean, because Muhammad, he said that. Muhammad, he told them the distance between each heaven is 500 years in the camel speed. Do we have any Abdul? There we go. Somebody is going to sue me for breaking his ribs. His wife, she will call the police and they will say, this guy, I have witnesses, he made my husband laugh and he broke his ribs. I know it. Any Abdul? Hello? I'm lying, doesn't say camel speed. Well, Muhammad, when he measured the speed, he measured it by what? When he measured distance, he measured it by what? Do you want me to show you? By the travel of a camel. Because those Bedouin, they travel and they say it takes us there a month, a year. As an example, what is the distance of the flying carpet of Suleiman? Anyone remember? Who remember the flying carpet of Suleiman? the flying carpet of Sulaiman, it goes in a distance of 1 month by morning. ولسليمان الريح عاصفة تجري بأمره إلى الأرض التي باركنا فيها. Chapter 21 verse number 82. What is the distance there it measure the distance with? It is the date of what? Of travel. The date of travel, how long it take to travel to that area. So at that time, what people they used to travel with? Either walking or camel. They are people of the desert. They don't have airplane. So if we go now in the same website to read the tafsir, chapter 21 verse number 81, let us go there. Okay, 81, here we go. Here we go. This is Ibn Kathir interpretation again. This is not my interpretation, so Muslim don't say I'm making things up. I know you. I know you. I know you. Okay. Then you will see here. Where is the story of the wind? Here we go. وَلِسُلَيْمَانُ الرِّيحُ عَاصِفَةً. And to Sulaiman we subjected the wind strongly. Ragging means we subjugated a strong wind to Sulaiman, running by his command toward the land which we would blessed, meaning the land which Asham, which is Great Syria. And of everything we are all knower. He had a mat made of wood, which he would place all the equipment. Hold on, let me fix this thing here. You are not reading the whole thing. Is it better now? I want to be sure that you can see it. Anyway, so he had a mat or a mat made of wood, on which he would place all the equipment of his kingship, horses, camels, tents, and troops. Then he would command the wind to carry it. This is a very true story. My grandfather, he used to own the same kind of carpet, and we used to fly, all of us. We used to go every weekend to Las Vegas. We jump in the flying carpet, we put our donkeys, our the camel, all the Arabian stuff, all the Arab stuff. So was side belt, all the Arab needs. As you know, I am an Arab. So like this, what we take with us. Like we would go a trip, we take our side belt, we take C4. I mean, all sandwiches, all the sandwiches. So we take all the kingship with us, and then we jump in the top of the flying carpet, and then it take by noontime the distance of a month. Month of what? Travel by camel. So this guy, he fly to go from a place to place. By noontime he arrive. It's a distance of a month. And he placed in the top of the flying carpet all the army, all his army. Do you see it says the troops, the tents, the troops? It's like a flying city. Literally, it's a flying city. Camels, horses. Actually, I remember we used to take with us, we grow tomato, we grow trees. It's a big carpet, huge carpet, very huge. And by the way, what happened when the American they came to our country and they control our country? Those kuffar, they stole the carpet from the front of the door of my father, and this is a true story. If we ask Zakir Naik about the flying carpet of Prophet Solomon, what he will say? Brother Sitter, there is a person, his name is the Christian Prince, and he always make fun of the flying carpet of a Prophet Solomon. And just to tell you how ignorant he is, imagine yourself, you are not exist in the year 2018, and somebody told you there is something it's called boing 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 777. You will not believe him because you never saw it. But in fact, it's true. And this is exactly what happened with the Prophet Solomon. He have a flying carpet. It have no engine. It run by wind. And that because Allah is going clean. He don't like to pollute our environment. No alcohol, no fuel, nothing, brother. It's a pure clean wind. And until now, the Western, they are making energy from wind, trying to learn from Allah. Thank you very much. Are you Iraqi? What make me Iraqi? I mean, what's wrong? Every day I have a new citizenship. Sometimes I'm Iraqi, sometimes I'm Lebanese, sometimes I'm Syrian, sometimes I'm Jordanian, sometimes I'm Saudi. شنو هذا عيني. Oh, anyway. So horses, camels, tents, troops, and then he would command the wind to carry it. I love that. Guys, do you know how much money I spent in my last trip? A lot of money. If I have the command of the wind and I can fly in a flying carpet, that will be interesting. That will be so nice. No security check, no passport expired. You land wherever you want, especially because I'm an Arab. Everybody welcome me. The second you say you are an Arab, nobody even asks you questions. Not in the airport. Like in the airport, nobody asks you to take off your shoes or take off your pant or go in the x-ray or go in a special inspection, or they will not check your bags 10 times and you will not find that everybody was playing with your bag. This has never happened to an Arab guy like me. Never. Because we are trustworthy. Very much trustworthy. Unbelievable. And he would go underneath it. He could go underneath it, and it would carry him aloft, shading him and protecting him. What? From the heat. What? Not only you will be in the top of a flying carpet. By the way, here there's something missing in the translation. What they were saying, that when Suleiman he go in the top of the flying carpet, the birds will fly in the top of him to keep him in shade. And you can imagine how much poo Suleiman he used to enjoy. Imagine, like, in order to have shade of birds in the top of me, I have like what, 1,000 bird. How much poo that will do? The bird that poop every 5 seconds. So the birds are covering Suleiman and shading him. And this is a true story, by the way. All those stories are true. If you don't believe in Islam, you better believe now, because those stories can be found only in Islam. So until he reach wherever he want to go in the land. But by the way, before Suleiman, before he got this Boeing 777 carpet, flying carpet, anyone remember what he used to do? How Suleiman used to fly? Anyone remember? Why Suleiman he got the flying carpet? Anyone remember? I'm serious. Why he got it? Because he used to have before a flying horse, and he one day he got angry and he slaughtered his horse. So Allah he sent him in his birthday another gift. It's a flying carpet. Any Muslim want to say this is false? I mean, why this guy is so lucky with the flying things, flying horse? You see, the Muslim, they say in the Bible there's unicorn. The Bible speak about unicorn. Unicorn is a real animal, not the one in the fictions. The one in the fictions is in your books, Muslims. In Arabic we call it Wahidul Qarn. It's not talking about those two, the one you see in the cartoon. It's talking about a real animal who is exist, and you can search in Google and you will see them. They are until now exist. But your prophet here is speaking about the unicorn, the one who fly, a flying horse and a flying carpet. Do we have any Abdul? All those stories, Muhammad, he got them from the stupid stories of the Jews, the legend of the Jews. As simple as that, and he believed in them. If I ask you to be the godfather of my son, you will come to Germany. My friend Emmanuel, I will be honored to do so. But to be honest with you, I'm a poor man. I cannot afford really to travel a lot. I don't live in Germany. Otherwise, I honestly I will be honored to be so. Unless you want to buy me the ticket, because as you see, my flying carpet is gone. The flying carpet which I use, the American they stole it, the kuffar. Yeah. Do we have any Muslim? Any Abdul? No Muslims, that's it. Are we out of them? Yeah, this is what they believe. They believe that Sulaiman one day he got upset, so he slaughtered his horse. No, I do not forget the minister of irrigation. You guys, do you know who is the minister of irrigation in Islam? Anyone knows? Who remember? Let me show you. The minister of irrigation. This is the minister of irrigation in Islam. No, it's a bird. This guy, he was hired by Sulaiman to be the minister of irrigation. If you go to any Islamic country, if the Muslim they see this bird, they will never even touch him. They think that this was Al-Hudhud, which is the minister of irrigation for Prophet Solomon, who hired by Allah. And this guy, he went all the way, and then he found for Sulaiman the queen of Sheba, who have no hair in her legs. So he was full-time minister of irrigation, part-time womanizer, or dating business. Actually, I think this guy he can find me a good wife. What do you think, guys? This guy he can stand in any window, and he can spy at the women to see if they have hair in their legs, the same what happened to Sulaiman. I don't want to marry a woman she having a lot of hair. Hello, a woman she have no hair in her legs. Why? A woman at that time they used to be like monkeys. Any Abdul? Any Abdul has anything to say about what we said until now? I mean, why the Abdul they are? Why the Abdul they disappear? Where is the Abdul? Anyone? Al-Hudhud. No, no. If you see the story about the Hudhud, you will not believe it, guys. Like Suleiman, he is a king, but he is a king who have an army of birds. Have you ever heard of an army of a chicken? General Chicken, Brigade of Chicken, Sergeant Chicken, Sergeant Rooster. Okay. Suleiman, every morning, he checked his army of birds. And remember, Allah, he taught him the language of birds. Allah taught him what? The language of birds, not Chinese. No, no, no. The language of birds. All birds, this look like all birds speak one language, not like us, sadly. So in chapter 27, verse number 20, you will see that Suleiman in the morning he went to check on the army of birds. He took a muster of birds and he said, why? Why? Why is it I see not the hobo? Hobo? What a horrible news. Prophet Suleiman is a checking his army of birds and he did not find, he found one bird is missing. How dare you? And then Suleiman he got angry and he said, I will certainly punish him with severe penalty or execute him. I mean, this is normal. He's a king. Imagine you are a bird in the army of the king, and now you are absent without giving excuse. So what do you think that would happen? First of all, the Prophet Suleiman, he is going to call the MP, the military police. And brother Fitter, when the Prophet Solomon he thick in the bird and he found one of the bird is missing. Some of you might wonder why he was so upset. Because the Prophet Solomon is very what? Organized. He don't like to have a lousy army. Everybody have to wake up or 4 a.m. in the morning. Everybody have to do ablution and start prayer for Allah. And then we do the attack at the neighbors and we steal their women. So Prophet Solomon at that day, he was preparing himself to attack the neighbor. So they can kill the men and steal the women as all Muslims. And because this bird was missing and his job is irrigation. So now who is going to irrigate the birds? They will get thirsty. So the Prophet Solomon, he said, if you don't give me a good execute, I'm going to slaughter him. Thank you very much. You will execute this guy because he is absent? I mean, look how strict this army. I am a king of the ring, and I found a bird is missing, and now I am angry. I will execute him. Please, king, have mercy on him. He is the minister of irrigation. People will get thirsty if you kill him. I don't care. Everybody have to follow my order. What? That's really serious. And then the hoop, he came back and he told him, king, let me tell you what happened. I found there a woman ruling over them and provided with every requisite, and she is magnificent throne. She has a magnificent throne. So this guy, he was working for the CIA at that time, the bird. So he fly like, don't you see they use satellite? Today they have satellite to spy at each other, right? Suleiman at that time he used this bird to spy too. Any Abdul? I mean, how in the world you people are not converting to Islam yet? Don't you have enough? No, but you know the funny, you see the funny thing about Islam, stupidity is amazing. You see here, it says that Allah he taught him the language of the birds, but then just a few verses before you will see that Suleiman he was listening to the ant. We forgot to talk about the ant, guys, in the Middle East, and this is a true story. Let me show you. And before Solomon were marched his host of jinn and men and birds. So his army is what? His army is a tree army. Army of genie, army of a human, army of birds. Yes, army of birds. And they were kept in order and ranks, so they are going in line like you see in the cartoon. Like they are walking like in line, ranks. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Army of jinn, army of men, army of birds, and all of them, they are walking in ranks. They are marching. And the drill sergeant, he says to you, to the left, stupid idiot, to the left. And then at the length, when they come to the lowly valley of the ant, lowly valley of the ants. There's a valley for the ants in the Middle East. You see, guys, in the Middle East, we have it from everything. We have valley of the cockroaches, we have valley of bees, we have valley of ants, we have a valley of Hillary Clinton, we have from all kinds of insect. Any insect you went to, we can find you a valley for it. So we have a valley, it's called the valley of ants. Anyone knows why we call it the valley of the ants? Anyone knows why? Silicon Valley. Because only in the Middle East, in that valley, ants live. Yes. I mean, at that time. And then after that, there were ants, because the liberals, they took over Europe and America. So the ants immigrated from everywhere. And now you can find them everywhere. And actually, me myself, as an immigrant, I fly to America in the top of one of those ants, to be honest with you. True story. So the valley of the ants, one of the ants said, I mean, look at this, guys. Look at the details. Look at this amazing details. How many ants is in the colony? A billion? A million? Allah is very, very much into details. One of the ants, do you see the word one? One of the ants said, "Oh ye ants, get into your habitations, lest Suleiman and his host crush you under their foot without knowing it." If. One of the ants said that. Not two, not a three, not four. We have to be honest. It is only one ant, because obviously she is the one in charge of guarding. The Muslim, by the way, they make an article about it, that there's ants who they are guardian to the other ants. But here it says one of the ants, Abdul. And one of the ants said, ants don't talk. Ants are deaf. Ants are blind. Do you know that? Actually, sorry, they are deaf and they are mute. They are deaf and they are mute. So how the ant, she said what she said, and then the Quran make more poo-poo. Said, so he smiled, amused at her speech. Speech? Solomon, he heard the speech of the ant. If. This guy, he can hear an ant. I mean, how strong his hearing is. But ants don't talk. You see, for sure, ants talk. I mean, all creatures, they communicate. We can call it talk, but they don't really talk. Their communication, their talk is not by saying words. They communicate in two ways, either vibration or chemical. But the guy here, the Quran says, he was amused with her speech. So she made a speech. He heard her speech. But isn't it the Quran say that Allah he taught Sulaiman the language of birds? Allah he taught him the language of birds, but he's learned the language of ants. Look like Sulaiman he entered the wrong classroom. He thought he's learning bird language. It turned to be the ants. True story. If you don't believe that Muhammad is a false prophet yet, obviously you have a mental issue. All those stories, by the way, you can find them in something called the Legions of the Jews. The Jews, they have a lot of fairy tale stories about Suleiman, about David, about many, and they used to tell those stories to their kids. Muhammad, because he's a false prophet, he took them and he put them and he claimed that Allah told him to say those stories. No, you can actually. It's for free because the Legion of the Jews translated by a guy, I forgot his name. It's not like a copyrighted, I think. So it's legally for free. You can download it from the internet. Just search for it. It's called the Legion of the Jews, and you will find the story, the exact story of the ants. You will see it there. Any Abdul? Guys, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and for those who they really care for what we do, we appreciate your support. I noticed that very few of you is really caring for helping us in what we do. Always your support is needed. Look like we need to speak about it in order to for people to help us. I don't like to talk about it, but we will see. Any Abdul left? Yeah, for me, actually, I want an ant to contact me, but the ant should be first you have to be single, okay, and she have to be beautiful in the age of Khadija. She's like 25 years older than me, very rich, and she liked to marry a guy, his name is Muhammad, and the rest is easy. Any Abdul? Where is the Abdul? So we got one Abdul today, that's it. That's it. Look like we are out of them. All right, guys. Today is Saturday, so I guess many of you is going to get out. You are not like me who stay home doing his work in his computer. How many of you getting out today? Going to a dinner outside? Listen, any one of you, he invite me for a dinner outside with you, for sure you will pay. I am willing to make Allah give you extra reward in the heaven of Allah. Nobody's going out. It is Sunday now. All of you staying home just because I was going to take me out. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Here we go. See, all of them, they want to go sleep now. Just because he said, who want to take me out for a dinner? Unbelievable. I cannot believe it. How gracious they are. All right. Late Saturday night in Nigeria. I would like to go to Nigeria. I like to go to Africa, actually. But because I know nothing there, I don't know anyone. Come to California? Yeah, right. I will never go to California. Full of those liberals. A woman there, she will accuse me that I did hold her hair when she was 17 years old 76 years ago. Don't go to California. Don't go to California. They will accuse you of something. Don't go there. Don't do that. And they will accuse me that I throw some ice cream at somebody. I will never go. Oh boy. And I will never let Trump ask me to be a judge in the Supreme Court. I will accept to be a judge in the court of Suleiman. Better. uh, thank you, my friend in Nigeria. I will be honored to be there. Any Abdul? Here we go. All of you are inviting me. Where is the ticket? Send me a ticket and I will come. Talk is cheap. What about coming here and what about going there? But I'm going nowhere. You know, you remind me of some Middle Eastern who say to you, they are very cheap. They say to you, do you like to sleep here or the hotel is better for you? Do you like to eat in our house or in the restaurant? It's more tasty. Anyway. Any Abdul? Anyone? I want to go to Toronto. CP, you are up for it? What I will do in Toronto, Steve? Last time I crossed the borders to Canada, they took off all the inside of my car. They thought I'm really a terrorist. They took me inside. They took all the inside of the doors, the chairs. They brought dogs. Unbelievable, so beautiful. Unbelievable. It's fun to be an Arab, to be honest with you. I mean, wherever you go, they love you. They give you hugs. You are going to be a superstar in 2 seconds. Very beautiful. Yeah, you will buy me a nice dinner. You want me to buy a ticket all the way to California, and then this woman, Dr. Frank Stein, whatever his name, she accused me of something to get a dinner. Keep dreaming. What if she's there? Unbelievable. You have some questions about reference in my books? No problem. But isn't it the reference there? The reference is there. So as long as you have the reference, what the question about the reference? The reference is there. You can search them. Any Abdul? Arab Christian, what name they call Allah? Well, you know, Arab Christians today, because after the occupation of the Muslims of 1400 years, they use the word Allah when they speak about God. But that is not really what is in the Bible. So yes, they use the same word, but this is a wrong thing, and that because of 1400 years of humiliation and occupation. Imagine you are controlled by ISIS for 2 weeks. What is the word you are allowed to use when you say God? Are you getting my point? Just 2 weeks, not 1400 years of ISIS. Actually, you can get my book in French. Yes, just search for the Les Secrets du Prophète Arabe. It's the same book in French. Les Secrets du Prophète Arabe. You see, the problem between us and the Muslims is not the name of the God. Let us say the Muslims, for the sake of argument, they change the name of their God. They call it Jesus. Let us say assume, but still it's not the same one. Do you understand? Our problem with Islam is not the name. You see, in Arabic, I call Jesus, I call him Yeshua. In Hebrew, Yeshua. In Arabic, I say Masih. You say Messiah. So in some other languages, even the name change a lot, but still it's the same person, even though the name is not the same. But in Islam, the name is not really the problem. The problem is everything in this cult have nothing to do with our God. You see, God is not about a name. What Jesus says about how we recognize anything, he said, From their fruits you shall know them. Do we agree? From their fruits we shall know them. Okay, what fruits have to do with the name? You can call yourself whatever you want. There's a guy, he claimed to be the Messiah. There's a guy, he is the leader of the Ahmadiyya, he claimed to be the Messiah. The Christians, they came to him, they said, okay, if you are the Messiah, here we go, we have like 50-60 people outside who they cannot walk and talk and blind and etc. Make them do what the Messiah does, if you are the Messiah. So from their fruits you shall know them. And the fruits of Islam is very stupid, very ugly, very disgusting, have nothing to do with the fruits of Jesus. Right? We are not a chicken who follows a person by look or by a shape. We recognize our Lord not by a name. Actually, if you read the whole Bible, there's no names for the Lord. When Moses asked the Lord, what I will say to my people, who are you? He told him, I am. He did not give him a name. You see, mistakenly, some Christian, they think that we have a God who have a name. There's no name, because there is no name can describe him. All the names are just a language of a human being, which is limited. There's no name can describe God. But he is known, and he came to us in person. So we are not the same as the Muslims who never know who is this God, what he is about, what he can do, what he cannot do. We know the God. He came to us in person. He lived between us, and he is right now with us. So my problem with Islam is not a name. If the Muslims, they change their God name and they call him Elohim, they call him Jehovah, still this is not him. You see, if somebody have a donkey and he changed the name of his donkey and he call it horse, still his donkey is a donkey, right? So don't fool yourself with the name. We don't have a problem with the name. You have only one God. Okay, first of all, prove to me that you have one God. Prove to me that his name is Allah, or prove to me who is Allah. You don't know what Allah mean. You don't know. Have you ever heard of somebody follow a God, he have a name, and you do not know what the name mean? Guys, did you hear Dr. Rohi? He said we do not know who is the first one who used that word. Did you hear him saying that? Did Dr. Rohi say that the word Allah is Allah shay, which means worship something, and we do not know who is the first one who said that? He said it's an Arabic word, but we do not know who is the first who said that. That's stupid. So you are worshiping something. This is a guy who have a PhD in Islam. We worship something. How you know that this something is one? And if he is one or two, who care? I don't refuse to call it Allah. I call it Allah. Your God is Allah, which is something. And you know, the funny, when Muslims they say we worship one God, who care if it's 1 or 20? If the God is a true God, if he is 1 or 20 God and they are true God, they are 20 God. Let us assume there is 1,000 God and they are true God. That will not change anything. They are true God still. They are 1 or 20 or 20,000. As long as it's true, it's true. If it is false, it's false. Are we getting the point? The Muslims are so proud that they worship one God, but yet they do not know who is this one God. And who care if he is 1 or 50? This is a stupid even argument. So you are worshiping one snake or 2 snake? And what a big deal. The Egyptian before you worship one God, the Christian worship one God, the Jews worship one God. So what? What does that mean? This is nothing to be proud about. If God is one, he's one. If he is two, he's two. But this is how silly the argument of Muslims. They don't ask themselves how Allah he is a true God, but yet he said when Sulaiman he arrived to the lowly valley of ants. So you have one God who telling us that there is a prophet, he was speaking and he hearing the ants talking. That ants don't talk and they don't speak. They are mute. And he was amused with her speech. This is the God you are talking about, who you worship? Is that him? Ants don't talk. Since forever, ants don't talk. They are mute. They communicate by chemical and vibration. They make noise, but the noise is not for them to hear. The noise because of vibration. They don't talk. They communicate. They communicate by chemical. You can go check right now. That communication we can call it talk, but it's not talking. As you see here, it says he was amused with her speech. Who is a Muslim would like to call me? Why I don't support Palestine? Because my brother, the prophet of Allah, he support Israel. Can you show me one place your God Allah in the Quran he said Palestine? Why Allah don't support Palestine? Allah he support the Jews. Allah in the Quran he said that Allah he gave the land to the Jews. Chapter 5 verse 21. Ya qawm ادخلوا الأرض المقدسة التي كتب الله لكم. O people, my people, enter the holy land which Allah assigned to you. Do you see it? Yes, Allah. Allah sponsored the Jew. Your God Allah is a Zionist. O my people, enter the holy land which Allah has assigned into you. You who? The Jews. What? No, it's in front of you. Remember Moses. Who is talking? Moses said to his people. Who is his people? Children of Israel. Do you see it? So why Allah never mentioned the word Palestinian or Palestine in his Quran? Neither in the Hadith. Yet he is saying that this is a land assigned by Allah to the Jews. What do you say? Are you going to accuse Allah to be Zionist and he worked for the Mossad? I am Jahil. He called me names now, but he cannot answer. See, he will change the topic. Answer why Allah he says that this is the land Allah assigned to the Jews. I am Faris CB and it is my 5th time or 6th you guys block me. Who is Faris? Are you the guy who said to me the Torah is not the book of Allah? I have no time for kids. Do we have any Abdul? What kind of God? He, if you read this verse, by the way, those verses, Allah he told Moses to go and kill all the Palestinians. Do you see it? They refused to go and assault the Palestinian, but among them, Allah-fearing men, two Jews. There's two Jews. They were Mujahideen, ISIS, whom Allah bestowed His grace. They said, assault them at the proper gate. Allah is praising the Jews who want to kill the Palestinians. Do you see it? Do you see it? Allah saying that those who want to assault the Palestinians and kill them, Allah called them two whom Allah bestowed His grace on them. Do you see that? Why Allah is praising the one who want to kill the Palestinians? This is Quran. Is Allah a Jew? Huh? Hello.
Hello, CP.
Hey, my friend. How are you? Hello. Are you there?
Specific verse.
Can you can you say
Yeah, Yaqub.
I lost you.
Yeah.
I lost you. Go
I
ahead.
went to the highest authority on Islam in Egypt
Okay.
to ask about. I went to the website and they gave there's a number and it says toll free and you request a fatwa, and I asked them for the tafsir for this one. Funnily enough, I gave them all the details and I requested a fatwa, and they ripped me off and they never gave me a fatwa. They never gave me the proper tafsir.
Like the Quran, he said, "Intaziru wa antaziru ma'akum." Intaziru. Wait. It's going to come one day.
Yes.
It's going to come one day. You know. Anyway, I mean the verses are clear. Allah here
Very clear.
is insulting
And
the
if you
Jews for not killing the Palestinians. He don't like them. He said they are coward. They are bad. They abandoned Moses to go and do jihad against the Palestinians. He is praising two men who agreed to attack the Palestinians.
Yes. Also, I checked some of the tafsirs for this, like on my own, and they give really stupid excuses for the matter. Like, for example, that the promise that God gave them to enter the land was only for a temporary period of time, and that somehow justifies this becoming a Palestinian land. Can you see how?
No, you see, I debated many Muslims before about this. They say at that time the people there, they were pagans, so it's okay to kill them. This is the logic of the Muslims. So
it's okay to kill a pagan.
Yeah, because those Palestinians,
very logical.
Those Palestinians, they are Muslims at that time, so it's okay to kill them. But now you have no right to kill them because they are Muslims. They have protection of Allah. This is the hypocrisy of the Muslims.
Yeah, you can kill anyone who's not a Muslim, but if you kill a Muslim, the whole world, the whole Muslim world falls apart.
Yeah, you can kill a Muslim if he is just from other sect. It's okay, like because Muhammad, he allowed Muslims to kill each other anyway.
Yeah, if he's a Shia, yes. If he's a Shia
Not
or
only a Shia,
Alawi or all
not
these
only a
people,
Shia.
you can kill.
Not only a Shia, the Quran confirmed that if there's two sect of you have a dispute and support the one who's right, but Muhammad, he never said who is the one who's right. Everybody says I am the right one. So now the Sunni themselves, they kill each other. You know, the Sunni, they kill a lot of Sunnis, not only Shia, because anyone, as an example, if you go right now,
Yes.
as long as you are searching about fatwa, you can go and search right now for the ones who claim that the Quran is created. There is many Sunnis, they believe for some time that the Quran is created. The Muslims, they issue fatwa until now that anyone believe that the Quran is created, he is a kafir and should be killed. And from the time of Muhammad, there is many incident of people who were slaughtered for believing that the Quran was created. This is why, like, you know, there's a group, they call them al-Mu'tazila, you know. So
yeah,
the second you just disagree about an opinion, the majority, they will kill the minority. And if the majority in this place became minority in different place, they themselves, they will be killed. As an example, in certain time, Egypt used to be what? You know? Do you know what Egypt used to be?
a Christian nation.
No, before, I mean after, when Islam took over, became Shia.
It became a Shia. Yes, the Fatimiyyin.
Right. So the Shia controlled Egypt for a long time. During that
Yes.
time, if you are a Sunni, you are a potato there. They will kill you. Suddenly, the Sunni took over. The king became a Sunni. Everybody transferred into Sunni overnight. Where the Shia? What happened?
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of a nation? The whole nation changed overnight? Because this is not really people who convert because they are, you know, convinced, but because when you put the sword in the neck of people, they change overnight.
Yeah.
The king is Sunni, they are Sunni. The king is Shia, they are Shia. Who care? They want to live. People, they are poor, they want to live. If there's anything else, my friend?
Yes. Um, I wanted the actual sources for Muhammad's name being Qasim and not Muhammad.
Yeah, you can find that actually in many sources. You speak Arabic, right?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, you can search. There's an article written by Dr.
The Tunisian writer.
Right. You can go
Uh,
and but if you can get the article, he gave a lot of source actually, and if you can get his book too. However, this is exist in Ibn Kathir. This exists in many places. That what happened that the grandfather of Muhammad, he used to
yes.
have a child before Muhammad. Remember
Uh,
Muhammad, he is an orphan, right?
he is supposedly an orphan.
All right, which is what they say. However, his grandfather, he have a son, which means this is the uncle of Muhammad. He have an uncle.
Yes.
His name is Qatham, and Qatham, he passed away. So the Arab, what they used to do, the first baby is born after the one who passed away. They name him by his name.
So he caught the name of
He got the name of his
dead
uncle, Qatham.
Yeah.
Anyway, the Muslim, they say this is not true, many of them, but for sure there's a lot of evidence about that. And in the same time, the stories of the Quran and Muhammad confirm that this is not his name, because if Muhammad's name is Muhammad, why his name in different verse in the Quran is Ahmad? Why it is Mustafa sometime? The
Yes.
name of a person,
It's
that is not a name, that is
it's
a
an
title.
adjective, not a name.
It's a title. He
Yeah.
praised himself that he is Muhammad. Simply, he was a person trying
The
to
praise.
replace Jesus. He's trying to be Jesus of today, of his time. So he is the praised one. People before, they
It's a
praised Jesus.
very intricate and very well made system, to be honest. If Muhammad really came up with this on his own, then I really think that he has like enough intelligence to do something like that in his time. Don't you think?
It's not about intelligence. Sometimes you can be a stupid, and you became a
Yeah.
king because opportunity is coming.
Yeah, he said the right things in the right time.
No, it's not actually. It's not even the right things in the right time. About he said no. It's about if you go and see how Muhammad he became what he became. Muhammad was rejected by all the good ones. The one who joined him, it was the gang, الرعاة,
Yes.
الصعاريك. So
the mercenaries.
yeah, missionaries masonry, they join him, and he start attacking. He's a gang. Even the Muslim agree. He attacked the caravans. He steal the clothes and the food. This is what he is. What does this have to do with the Prophet?
All in the name of Allah.
Yeah, and almost he was destroyed. Actually, almost he was destroyed. But it was his luck, and things work in his side. The Arab, they were not united against him, so he was able to be successful somehow. And in the same time, the Persian and the Roman, they were fighting each other for more than 300 years, and both they are exhausted, totally exhausted. So Muhammad, when he finished with the Arab, he found nobody to stop him. The Persian are gone, the Roman are so tired. They've been victorious, yes, but don't have more men to fight. You see, remember in the Quran the chapter of a Roman, where it says that the Roman they've been defeated. Right. So the Roman, obviously they are not in good shape. They just defeated, and then after a few years defeated the Persian, which means both of them, they are really exhausted. They are defeating each other because both of them, they are almost, it's like two guys are fighting for 300 years and they have no energy left. So Muhammad, he came in a perfect time where both of them, they are sitting in the side of the fence and they cannot move. So he came in a perfect time. So it was
how unlucky for the world.
Yeah, that's what happened. So he came in a perfect time for him, and this is what happened. This is what happened. The devil support evil. But the kingdom of Muhammad did not really live long, because you see, if you read the history, you will see that Islam is gone since the beginning of Muhammad, because after that it was hijacked by families and businesses. And then the Tatar, they came, the Mongolian, they destroyed the caliphate and they made their own caliphate, and then the Turk took over, the Turkish.
Yes, Yeah,
the most
the
corrupt,
Ottoman Empire.
nation ever in history. They took over, and since then Islam does not exist. The caliphate became the Ottoman Empire. All what they came
Yeah,
for, having more women, more money, stealing, attacking, killing neighbors. But there's no religion until now. You go to Turkey, you see Erdogan. He speak every
it's a
day.
secular state.
No, they speak too much about religion, but Turkish are not religious. You go to Turkey, you see
Yes,
you see the corruption, you see the scam, you see the kidnapping, you see the thieves, you see the prostitution. The bars are open, the nightclubs, striptease. I mean, go to Ankara, go to Istanbul, go. Erdogan, he make a
I
speech
have
every day
friends
about
there. I
Allah.
know, I know, I know.
Yeah, they make a speech every day about Allah. But this guy, his country is the major income they have is prostitution and drugs and drinking. Why Erdogan don't forbid alcohol in his country if he's a Muslim leader?
He pretends he's a caliphate, but he's too much of a liberal
Yeah,
caliphate.
where is the guy who will forbid alcohol? Isn't it alcohol forbidden? I mean, this is something little to do. I mean, you do not need to be genius to know that you as a Muslim supposedly should forbid alcohol. You cannot do that, because if you do that, his country will be bankrupt. They make a lot of money from tourism. If he close all the nightclubs and prostitution and all those things, the country is not already
The
it's
country will go
collapsing.
back to the rubbles it used to be.
The country is used to be a Constantinia, used to be a wonderful country. This is not even their country, you know. But since they came there
Yes,
and they stole everything, and all what Ottoman Empire was built of stealing from the others for the sake of those who live in this area. But what I'm trying to say, that Islam as
yeah.
Islam is not exist no more. Islam is gone long time ago. This is what is left over, and today the Muslims are nothing different from before. They fight each other and they kill each other. Go and see what
The
happened
same.
now in Turkey. Exactly, you know, the Saudi, the Emirati, the Bahrain, the Qatar, the Turkish, the Egyptian. I mean, it's a nations of people who hate each other to death.
Yes,
If not
that
America,
is saddeningly true.
if not America, right now the Middle East will be burning. Turkey will attack Syria, Saudi Arabia, Egyptian, and they will attack Turkey. Iran will attack Saudi Arabia. The whole Islamic countries will be killing each other. Actually, already are killing each other anyway. War in Iran, war in Yemen, war in Syria, war with the Kurdish, war in Iraq, war in Afghanistan, war in Pakistan, war in Libya. I mean, where is there's a Muslim country they don't have a war?
I wanted to ask you about one more thing. Are you familiar with the current Egyptian politics?
No, not really. And I don't really.
I just wanted to ask you about like the president. What do you think of him?
I think all of them the same garbage. This is the Middle East, my friend.
Okay.
This is the Middle East. It's a you know, it doesn't matter how they try to color themselves as to look like nice, to be moderate. At the end of the day, all of them they are racist. You know,
Very,
and they
yes,
are
very.
they discriminate you. They always find a way to discriminate you. You know, if you are black, they discriminate you. If you are not an Egyptian, they discriminate you. If you are an Arab discriminate Egyptian. Egyptian discriminate Arab. You know, the Middle East. All of it is messed up. This is why I don't like to live there. Actually, to be honest with you, I don't like to be there.
No one likes living there.
And even in here in America, I don't associate with Middle Eastern because they don't change. Even those who live in USA, they are racist. They are racist. You know, like it's not a secret. You go right now and search. You will find that the most ugly behavior toward black people you
Yes,
find in
yes,
the Middle
yes.
East. Go to Algeria. Algerian, they are African, but yet they treat
I've seen it in my own country.
yeah, and
Yeah.
they treat the black people as they are slaves until now. And in Libya, they are now having thousands of slaves in Tunisia. If you know, go and see what they are doing to them in Tunisia. If you are a student from Africa coming to Tunisia, they treat you like garbage. They humiliate you. They beat you in the street. Same in Morocco. Same in Algeria. Those are
I've seen it.
African.
I've seen it here in Egypt.
Yeah, see, so you know, it's a race. They are racist, and they always find a way to discriminate you. So you are a Christian, we will discriminate you. If you're not a Christian, we will find different else. You know, something else. You know,
They always find some small minority that they have to push
they have
around.
to abuse you somewhere, and they try to find a way to abuse you. The point is how we can abuse you and suck your blood. You know.
Yes.
So if you are not from a big tribe, we abuse you too. You know, if you are a poor, we abuse you. So let us say you are a Muslim, so he's not a Christian. We can't abuse him for being a Christian. He's a Muslim, but he's not from high class family. We can't abuse him. He's a poor guy. Everybody abuse everybody. Everybody steal from everybody. Middle East is hell. It is a hell. You have to be from a powerful family to live a nice life in the Middle East. Otherwise,
Yes.
you are no one.
Yes.
If you are from a powerful family, you live like a king. You can go buy your car over somebody in the street and nobody will arrest you. Nobody even will talk about it.
That is saddeningly true. Yes. What do you think of this logic that these Arabs have? Is when you tell them, look at the modern Western countries and how they are, and look at us. Is this the God's chosen people or God's ummah or whatever? And then they say, but they don't have the deen. What do you say to this kind of people?
You see, for me, the Western countries
Yeah.
are not the best because of
Yeah.
nice
Yes.
streets and etc. No, actually, the West is really getting to be garbage like the Middle East, the same as the Middle East now. Because you go in the West, you will find the Middle East there more than the Middle East itself. You go to the West, now you find like terrorists more than what you find in the Middle East. But I know what you are talking about they build the civilization, etc. They are advanced, etc. But
Yeah.
this is not really the reason for me to look at the Middle East in a bad way. That is not really the reason. You can be in a poor country who have no any advanced thing, like you live only in grass, you are a shepherd, still I will respect you and I will consider you a wonderful human being. So I will not measure really a nation by how advanced they are, but I will measure them by their fruits. This is what Jesus said, from their fruits you shall know them. The fruits in the Middle East, that everything is corrupt, the judge is corrupt, the police is corrupt, the president is corrupt, everything around you is corrupt. The phone company, they cut your phone in purpose, and they call you and they say, they come to you to your door, they say, is your phone working? You say, let me check. You go inside, you find the phone is not working. They say, see, well, you make a request, but he is the one who cut the cable outside a second ago, so he will make you pay him, bribe him to fix it for you now, otherwise you will wait for your turn. Everything is corrupt. This is the problem. You know, they have a corrupt mentality, they have a corrupt society, and the same time they are the most people speak about being decent, and they are so proud about how wonderful they are. You are in the Middle East, I am from the Middle East, and you know, when we speak about Western, we speak about them as they are garbage.
Yes.
You
Yes.
know, and we are the
Look
best.
at the garbage West. Look at how immoral they are. Look at how irreligious they are. We
No,
have
not
the
only
deen.
that,
We
not
are
only
the
that.
best.
If you speak about Western women in the Middle East, they speak about
Yeah.
them, they are whore. But if you
A slut.
but if you go in the Middle East, you'll see how women, they are taking drugs, sleeping with around, and you know, they do everything in the book of the devil. But in the same time, they claim that they are the best of mankind.
It's because of how they've been. What's the word? You know, they've been kept away from these things, and they finally found the chance to do it. So
Yeah, but
you know,
I'm saying it's a society of hypocrisy.
very.
Everything is hypocrisy. The in the Middle East, in the culture of the Middle Eastern, if you are a male, you can go sleep out, your mother knows, your father knows, and nobody will be upset. If you are a girl and you do the same as your brother,
You'll
they
be
will go
slaughtered.
crazy, you know. And this is why everything is done under the carpet. Women, they go sleep around, men, they sleep around. Number one product in the Middle East for women is virgin again. All women, they go sleep around, and then before they get married, they buy a product, it's called virgin again, where women, she inserted somewhere, and in the wedding night she claimed that she is a virgin, and then the husband, he will see the blood, and he will be proud that his wife, she is a decent woman, but in fact his wife, she did what nobody did before. There's a woman, her name is Foxy. Anyone remember her video, guys? Anyone remember
I
the video of Foxy? This is a
am not.
stupid Canadian woman who converted to Islam, and then she
Yeah.
started living with the Muslim, and then she made a video to speak about the virgin. She is upset because they keep talking about you have to be a virgin, you have to be a virgin. And then she said, Muslim women, she go in the library, they go under the table, they do it. I'm not going to say the language she is saying, very dirty. They sleep with everybody, and then they do it everywhere except there. And then they claim to be virgin, but they are not virgin. So this video, I advise people to watch it. If anyone have it, please post it in the chat. I think it was called Foxy.
I'll watch it after the stream.
Yeah, if somebody can find it, if somebody remember the name or remember where we can find the video, please post it in the chat so they can see it. This woman, she converted to Islam, she lived between the Muslims, and she was shocked about how corrupt the society, that women, they wear hijab, they claim that they are decent, but in fact they do everything you can imagine and things you cannot even imagine. And she was, or obviously she is suffering because she is at the end of the day, she converted to Islam, yes, but they consider her as a Western. And for them, those people, they look at the Western that she is I don't want to use the bad word, she is a,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So
a
yeah,
promiscuous woman.
she is a very bad woman, as simple as that.
Yeah.
So she converted to Islam, she thought she would be treated nicely, she thought this is a decent community, and then she noticed how hypocrite they are. Anyone find the video of Foxy? Nobody. Maybe somebody will find it. Anyway, anything else, my friend, you want to say?
No, thank you. This is great.
All right, thank you very much for calling.
You're welcome.
And I will try to find the video for you so you can watch it.
Thanks, CP.
I can't play it here because they will make it copyright claim,
Yeah. The copyright strikes.
All right, take care, my friend.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Let us see. I think her name was Foxy. Well, this video should be kept online. Actually, people, they should spread it around because it's really present a lot of of the truth. Here we go. I found it. You go, guys, and download it. And please download it and share it everywhere, because this is a very honest video made by this woman, stupid woman who converted to Islam. I just posted it. It's there. Do you see it? It's literally, it's speaking the truth about the cult of Islam. So download it and post it everywhere. This is a stupid woman, Canadian. She converted to Islam, and there she is telling you how much hypocrite the Muslims are. I wish I can play it for you, even though she used a very filthy language, and this is why maybe she converted to Islam. This site cannot be reached. What do you mean cannot be reached? You could not open the link, guys? Did the link open? Did the YouTube link open or no? No? Okay, let me see. If I post it in the, I will post it in the info of the video here. Let me see. I think now it should open. It should show. Refresh the page. Leave the YouTube. Refresh your page and tell me, do you see it? It should be appearing in the info. And tell me, do you see it? Okay. All right. Yeah, now you can click on it and you can download it, and you will see how this woman, she say everything about Islam. as it is. How hypocrite they are. They claim to be virgins, they claim to be etc. They claim, but in the same time everything they claim is not true, far away from the truth. But nothing new. But just be aware, she have a very dirty tongue, and obviously she have a mental issue to convert to Islam anyway. A human being, he have a intelligent, will not convert to Islam. And this is why those videos should be spread all over, so people they can see that is a witness from inside, from indoor. You see, when I talk about Islam, they will say, okay, this guy, he is a Christian prince, he don't like Islam, etc. He teach against it. But this is a girl, she is a Muslim now, supposedly. She converted to Islam. She is part of this stupid cult. She work in Dubai, I think, and she have and this is what happened, by the way. Those Western lost women, they like to be with Middle Eastern men for a very simple reason. When a woman, she is from the West, she go with Middle Eastern man, he spend his money on her, not like Western men who they talk to you equally. Like we go to the restaurant 50-50, we go to the movie, you pay 50-50, we share an apartment, we pay 50-50. Middle Eastern man, he have the mentality that he is the male and you are the potato, so he have to pay for everything so he can control you. It's not because being good, but because he like to be in control. If it's 50-50, it's mean we have to share our opinion 50-50 too. We have to make decision 50-50 too, right? And that is not what he like. Some people, they think that because he is generous, this is not about generosity, this is because he like to own you. This is why they don't like the women to work, so he can have full control of her. It's not because he is generous. You don't work, you will be fully dependent on him. As simple as that. And then you cannot make him angry, because if you make him angry, you become homeless. You have no job, you have no work, you have nothing to do. He control your life. So you will think 1,000,000 times before you leave his house or you leave his command. So those women who they are lazy, they like to have gifts, they like to have somebody spend their money on them. This is why they go out with Muslim men. They say to you that we are protective. That's not true. They like to own you, my friend. They are like a property. It is a property business. He own you. A person who trusts you, he do not need to be protective to the point he watch over you what you are doing. He will be scared that you will see someone and talk to someone, because simply he don't trust you. He own you. Anyway, I think we have enough for today. I hope today, guys, you have a good time. And for those who download my videos, you can download the whole video. And maybe it's better if you cut where we finish with Dr. Rohi and make it as a full video debate with Dr. Rohi for today, and name it "Who is Allah? Dr. Rohi versus a Christian Prince." And for sure, as usual, Muslims defeated the Christian Prince as usual, as always. Thank you very much, my friends, for being here. May the Lord bless you all, and I wish you the best of time with your family and your friends in this blessed weekend. Christ is Lord, and Islam is false. And we see you soon again. Thank you. Bye bye.